What's up, good people? Glad to be back in the saddle. Glad to be back in the saddle. What is that? I have no idea what that was. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Welcome to the show. Come on in. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in, whether you're catching it on the restream or if you happen to be in here live right now. Thank you for coming on in. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing started. I'm going to be checking out a video today that was I saw it on Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. He did a review on it. It's interesting. It's interesting. It was interesting to hear the dynamics of an actual woman who's red pill having those when the women get together and had their little talks and they're saying the little typical stuff where they lying to themselves and lying to each other. But when one woman in that room starts telling the truth, it gets interesting. Can create a safe space for the other woman to actually be honest. Very interesting stuff, but let's get into it. Let's get things going. Let's get things started. Again, make sure you hit the like button and let's go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What is oh shoot, yeah, I wasn't supposed to see that. Now I got it right. And let me get rid of that. Remove that completely. What's up, good people? What's up? We in the building. We back. We ready to go. We are ready to go. What is going on? I see the jokes bright and early. Said he's late again. I was barely late. Like, come on, I was barely a minute late. 2 minutes tops. It said 9:05. I think I blazed it up at about 9:07. That ain't bad. That ain't bad for Black YouTube. That is not bad for Black YouTube. If it said 9:05 and I push start at 9:07, that's not bad. I'm sleepy as hell, by the way. I didn't really sleep last night, but the show must go on. The Village Arsonist in the building. He says, see, he's late. I keep telling y'all he's going to finish all his breakfast before the stream. Country boys don't fuck around with the breakfast. Country boy. I don't know where you get it. I'm referring to me. Am I the country boy in question? I ain't. I've barely stepped foot in the country. Well, a few times, but no, not a country boy. Chief BD in the building. He says LMAO, the village arsonist. But yeah, that was funny when made that man finish them pancakes, hit that intro. Aaron B. See, I'm burping and talking and whatnot. I gotta do better. Aaron B in the building. D-Rock Den in the building. Says Aaron B says Jessica is going to debate someone. I didn't think about that when I was constructing the show today. It's actually a video from somewhere that I'm going to be playing. A video I got from Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, something that I saw him put out there. And I was like, ooh, that looks like an interesting one. So I went and found the channel. Well, he highlighted what the channel was right before it started. So I went and listened to it at the channel, and I was like, whoa, this is a good discussion that I'm going to be responding to. So that's that. But welcome aboard, good folks. Soul Provider Speaks is in the building. Already shouted out the Mac the Trucker, Bowdy Thug, Aegon Stark in the building. Leo Anthony, Dark Knight Mentality, Al Boogie says hit the like on the way in. Definitely. And my man, the perfect storm. He says, I'm 48 years strong today. Shout out to you. Salute. Happy birthday. That is what's up. Congratulations on another day. He says red pill women, like he was it like supposed to be a question mark after that? Like you're not sure if that's a thing? Well, we're gonna hear a little bit that implies that it's a thing. We're gonna hear a little bit of that today. But I somehow got little to no sleep. I was working on a pre-recorded video that's going to be airing at 12 noon, probably right when I get off the air. So I was working on that last night, and I ended up not getting much sleep at all. So I am sleepy. You probably can see it on my face that I am sleepy. But it is what it is. This coffee going to keep me up and pull me through. BRP says, hey, Bert, anyway, can I join your stream a one-on-one? That sounds like a email discussion. My email's in the about section. Email me a topic and we'll see. But I don't know. BRP. Did you go by a different name before? I feel like I'm supposed to know who you are. So I don't know if you went by a different name. Shoot, I can't see the chat, the YouTube into the chat. But did you go by a different name? And Black Wolf, I'll email you afterwards. What was the different name that you went by? Let me know. NBA fan in the building. I enjoyed some NBA black and red pill philosophy. See, no, I'm still a little foggy on that one. But I'll definitely check you out, definitely look you up, email me so we can we'll figure something out. I always like talking to black pill people because I never understand the black pill. There are those like Zero and BGS who can talk about it and make it make sense. But then I still find myself not understanding the distinction between red and black because it just seems as if BGS and Zero, they'll get a little deeper than most. But for a lot of people, it just seems like the simple distinction is there's red pill, where people have a, understanding of the truth or accept reality as it is. And then with black pill, it's almost like it's red pill, but it's going to the far extreme. For example, red pill is accepting that, female nature, but with an understanding that it is on a bell curve. Black pill seems like the people that say, no, flat line. It's all of them. That's how black pill comes off to me. So I get a little confused with black pill. My email is in my about section. My email is in the about section. Darius G says, Black Pill says there are certain genetic things that are out of your control that no game can change. That's an aspect of the people that talk about being Black Pill. That's an aspect of it. That's definitely an aspect of it. And the reason for that is that there are some of them who like to, it seems as if, I don't want to label anybody wrong, but it seems as if there's some of them that they put a high focus on looks. Well, it's all about looks and height. If you don't got looks and height, you're done. Or some of them just say it's all looks. You could be tall, but if you don't look the right way, you're automatically gonna die a virgin. It's like they go far to the extreme of that. And Ed says I'm ugly pilled. Yeah, they go to the far extreme with it. It seems they go to the far extreme with it. And some of them will talk about black pill, and that's why I like talking to BGS and Zero about it, because they'll talk about it from a deeper perspective, other than just the segment of the black pill people that just say, it's all about looks. It's all over. If you don't look a certain way, you're dead in the water. No woman will ever want you, want to be with you, and it's over. So I don't know. It reeks of being defeated. Let's see what people got to say on that one. The Capricorn Way says, black pill is what it is. Red pill, you still have hope that things will change. Black pill realizes things will not change. What are these things that won't change? Let's not change the topic of it. Well, I'm just going, this is a perfunctory stage. We spitballing about black pill. I'm gonna get into the main topic, but let's just spitball about black pill. What are these things that won't change? If you're 5'4", no, you won't wake up 6'2". No shit. So what are these things that will not change? And what are these things that red pill people are hoping for? Snuggles 668 in the building. He says, all these pills you guys have, you all should be considered pharmacists. And which pill do you recommend someone to start off with? Yeah. Black Wolf says, Bernard, ARC is already the solution to genetic differences. And Lucario says he is ugly and has 1,000 Tinder matches. You could rack up a lot of Tinder matches over time. I remember when I was on Tinder many moons ago, I had a lot of them just because you never exactly delete them. So if you're on Tinder for a whole year, yeah, you can rack up 1,000 matches. But of those 1,000, how many are going to reply back? Then it's a question of those that reply back, how many are going to actually hold a sensible conversation? Then of those that hold a sensible conversation, how many are going to come meet with you? And then of those that want to come see you, what percentage of them are you going to actually end up having sex with? That narrows that 1,000 down to maybe 10 per year, maybe once per month. You hook up with a chick off or Tinder, or have sex with a chick off Tinder, or have an ongoing casual sex thing with a chick off Tinder, or dare I say, a relationship may grow from Tinder. It's possible. It happens. But yeah, so yeah, of those 1,000 matches per year, yeah, if you can find yourself in bed with 2 per month, you're doing well. But 1,000 matches on Tinder, that don't mean as much. But hold on, I'm going to try to see who's answering the question that I asked. Corner Store Podcast says, "What up, Bernie? Who's your Super Bowl pick?" This is what I wanted my perfunctory to be about, my little pre-topic ramble to be about the Super Bowl, man. I cannot believe that Brady's old ass has stumbled and crawled back into the Super Bowl. I can't believe it. It's like in one season, he's already won the epic debate of, is Brady really just that damn great? Or is it Bill Belichick and the Patriots and the system that Belichick got going on, that tight ship? With that, that was the debate. And even though I give Brady GOAT credit, he's the GOAT. I don't make an argument. I was a Peyton Manning fan. I was rooting for Peyton Manning to beat him out. My guy lost. I got to yield to Brady. He's the GOAT. Okay. But I still felt like Belichick and that New England Patriots tight ship that they run over there, I felt like that was more responsible for all of those wins and all those Super Bowls. And if they just would have replaced Brady with a competent quarterback, not just any quarterback, but a competent one, a good one, if you would have replaced Brady with, let's just say, Eli Manning, who, he won 2 Super Bowls, but I never thought he was all that great. I just thought he was real good, and he had a few great moments. I felt like if you replaced him with Eli Manning, he would have still, they would have still won a bunch of Super Bowls. Would have replaced him, Tony Romo, definitely, So I had to use the quarterback that we never saw win the Super Bowl. You would have put Tony Romo right there in 2002 or 1. Oh no, 2000, I think it was when Bledsoe got injured for the Patriots. I felt like any competent quarterback would have been able to win in that system. Then entered Cam Newton. Who went to go play for the Patriots, who I was rooting for him. I was disappointed. Like, damn it. I was disgusted at how bad Cam Newton played. Let me down. But Brady has took another team, another system, another coach to the Super Bowl. If he wins it, he's just the GOAT forever. And Belichick, listen, Belichick legacy as the greatest football coach of all time is not going to be completely tarnished, but it's going to be was it Michael Jordan or was it Phil Jackson? In this case, it's going to look more Brady than Belichick if Brady pulled this off. So damn. Who do I got? Who do I pick? I don't know who I pick. I know who I'm rooting for. Rooting for the Chiefs. So I guess I do pick them. Yeah, I do. I pick them. Yeah. Rooting aside, that's what I think going to win. Chief BD says, correct, Bernard. That is why O-Man experiment was bunk. Not really for what he set out to prove. He wasn't setting out to prove that he could smash all those chicks. Tinder experiments, they're limited because, okay, a proper Tinder experiment, and this is slightly unethical, but who gives a damn? Book the date with the chick, but then just flake on her. See, that's why I said slightly. It's kind of it's rude to do. I don't like flakers, but a proper Tinder. A Tinder experiment that accounts for as much as possible. Yeah, you would actually set the date. At least get a date set, and then cancel. 2 hours in advance. That would be a somewhat proper. That would be the best way to account for everything. But there's plenty of Tinder experiments where they just review the matches. See, it's almost like everybody don't want to look at what it is that Obsidian is setting out to prove in his Tinder experiment, and they're just looking for a way to say, nah, this don't mean nothing. You still non-select. You can't get no pussy. You know, it's like that people are just looking for a way to do that, but that ain't what he's not out to prove how much ass he can get off Tinder. You know, it was just part of what he was trying to do is just prove or just look at the options or I think a black man I forgot how he laid it out, but I know he was comparing and contrasting black women from 35 to 55 or something like that, and what was available, what did it look like, what was, you know, so he was just reviewing the options that was put before him and something else. I forgot exactly how it was worded, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. M. Perry says Belichick can still win a Super Bowl. He got to get a quarterback. He got to find a quarterback somewhere because Cam ain't it. Black Wolf, I have no idea. I really don't know. Chief BD says Fax Bernardi showed he was better than Belichick. What was the question I put out there for the black pill? For the black pillars? I put a question out there for black pillars. I'm trying to circle back to that. Saluddin El Rahim says most of these dudes have comprehension problems and do not understand old man's experiment. I don't think it's that they don't understand it, is that they're asking or requiring the experiment to prove something that Obsidian never said it was supposed to prove. I think that's what's going on. Obsidian says, bingo, these guys don't know the first thing about research, study, design, etc. Yeah. I mean, I kind of don't even know for sure if it's that or if it's more so. I think they're looking for a way to still they feel like that they're applying their own hypothesis to your experiment. In their mind, the experiment is supposed to prove that Obsidian can get some ass. The experiment is over. Did he get some ass? Oh, it ain't proved nothing. That's what's happening. I don't think it's a comprehension issue. They just want to still be able to say Obsidian can't get no ass. That's what it is. That's what it is. But I forgot who it was that I was talking to about Black Pill. If you up for it tomorrow, we can discuss that tomorrow. We can discuss that tomorrow on the show if you're up for it. Chief BD says, fair enough. I am saying it takes more work and proves more when you go all the way. Yeah, but you have to look at what it was he was setting out to prove, and did he prove what he was setting out to prove? Wasn't trying to prove that he can get some ass. He says they selling ass so everyone can get ass. All right. All right. Yeah. They selling it. All right. Let's get into the topic. I've rambled enough. I'm not going to do like Obsidian. Obsidian have like a whole hour, sometimes 2 hours of perfunctory ready to go before we get into the main topic. You don't do that. This is an interesting discussion. I thought about doing this pre-recorded when I do Bernard Riley reviews, but I did something else with that instead. But I figured I wanted to cover this on just the live show because it's a very interesting discussion. Fun discussion that these ladies have on this show called 8 at the Table. I think it's supposed to mean 8 people at the table, male and female, talking about these issues. But as you're going to see, the men don't get to talk all that much. The women just calculating. For starters, I hate red hair on women. I hate it. So it was annoying. And the tone and pitch of this chick's voice is annoying, but she's going to say some things that that I find interesting. Say some things that I find interesting, and you might too. And then the debate and the back and forth was going to go on. It's pretty interesting. So we're going to get right into it. Strap on in. Let me make sure I got everything turned on. I need to see some ones in the chat. If you can hear what this chick is saying. Excuse me. A woman's worth and multiple partners is what they're talking about here. All right, let's listen to this ratchetry. Okay, I'm just playing. This is it's going to be some ratchetry, but anyway, I'm not even going to I'm not going to give you any more pre-ramble about it. I'm just going to play it, let you hear it. Here we go.
No woman wants to sleep with a bunch of men. No woman wants to give herself to a man and not having value afterwards. No woman, I gotta use the strip club because that's what I know best. No woman goes to the strip club saying, hey, I want all these niggas to touch on me and rub all this money over me. No, I don't give a fuck how long she's made it. I don't care how much money's in. No woman wants men touching all over her. Unless there was some disconnect between now and her childhood, there's a disconnect that somebody in your head said, men touching you equates to love, equates to a future, equates to me being more valued. But soon you learn that the less that happens, the more valuable you are. I mean, how much do we love Queen Elizabeth? How much do we love these celebrities that we love? We love them so much because they're inaccessible to us. They're inaccessible. And then as soon as they become accessible, whether it's the groupie girl who gets to sleep with a Meek Mills or a Drake, he no longer is valued the same way she valued him when she was watching him on TV and watching his music videos. Now she's been back.
All right. It was embedded in there. Sole provider. Man, gone. He said she has a handsome voice. Man, that voice was killing me. The voice was killing me. The voice was killing me. The red hair was killing me. It all was killing me. Everything was killing me. Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. When she's saying no woman wants that, she's saying no woman wants to be touched by a lot of men. No woman wants to essentially have sex with a lot of men. No woman wants all these things. She's basically saying that women are. She's buying. That's why I titled it "A Red Pill Woman Debating a Blue Pill Woman." This was the woman being blue pill. She's man. Yeah, I gotta go. He says, "Look at her neck. Look at the shoulders." Look at her shoulders. Yeah, she's basically trying to sell the narrative that women are not sexual. They don't want sex. It goes against who they are. They are genetically hardwired to not be sexual and want, a variety of men. They don't want men touching them. They don't want this. They don't want that. She's basically just going with that whole narrative. Now, there's some truth embedded in there that, yes, as far as social currency goes and all of that, yeah, they do lose something when they do have sex with a lot of men. Men view them different, and men are the customer when it comes to women. So yeah, men will view them different or view them as less when they have sex with a lot of men. But the BS is that she's the blue pillness that she's trying to sell to this group of women is that women don't actually want it. Women are actually upset that when they go and have sex with a bunch of guys that they lose their value. They want to have sex with as many guys as possible without losing value. That's the purpose of those slut walks and all that other stuff. They try to normalize being a slut so they can still be a slut and do what they want to do and then still have value and get married and all of that. That's so that's her being blue pill, saying that women absolutely positively, they just do not want it. No way, no how. They don't want it. It's being forced upon us. Strippers with the how to go. Shout out to old man.
Backstage. Now she's been on the tour bus. Now she's been to his mansion. Now she gets invited to the pool party. That's just Future.
So what does it mean when a woman says,
Yeah, here comes a red pill woman is about to change the whole temperature in the room. Because this first woman, and by the way, about the red pill woman, we talking about this monstrosity right here with the red hair. She got a full blown. She getting her Woody Woodpecker on. By the way, I hate that. I literally hate when women not just wear red hair, but get short red hair and shave it off on one of the sides. Oh my, that's just the worst to me. Perfect Storm in the building. He says, does she have a shake weight in her sleep? Oh man. Judge Zilla in the building says, why does her voice rattle like an 808 in a Honda Civic? Man, I knew y'all was going to be bringing the jokes on this one. I knew y'all was going to be bringing the jokes on this one. But she's trying to sell that narrative that women don't just want to have sex. All the sex that women are having, they must be victims. They must be victims because that's not the natural state of women to want to be sexual, to want a man to want to have sex with men, variety of men. That's what she's trying to sell. This narrative where the women are just walking around chastity belt and fig leaves over their body. And no. That's what she's trying to sell here. But this is where it gets interesting. Oh, and by the way, just if you want to know a little bit, hold on, wait, real quick. Want to know something about this this channel? This happens all the time when these channels where men and women try to get together. I don't know if y'all can see this, but it says right here, it says no fat phobia, no transphobia, no hatefulness, no judgment, and there's some other things up higher up that they're saying that they're saying no this or no that, but we can't see it. It's like cut off from the camera, but it's something else up there. I could see the bottom of it on some shots, but not on all of them. But yeah, so they're already team fat, team trans, team all of that. So that's just a weird thing that goes on. Weird thing that goes on whenever these discussions of black folks get together. It's like we talk about that all the time. We're going to be doing some more political shows. Shout out to the Culture Warriors, where we're going to be talking about the whole black people in their clinging on to the left, even though the left is bringing in all kind of stuff that don't got nothing to do with black folks, but black people feel we got to put our fist in the air for everybody else. So we're going to be dabbling into that. That's going to be coming down the pipeline. But anyway, let's get back focused on what was going on, what we was talking about, and this red-headed Woody Woodpecker Fantasia looking chick. She's actually about to keep it real. So let's go.
There you go.
My homegirl, right? She She likes to be with different men. And she said it.
That girl was 23.
No, she's not 23. She's 27. She likes having sex with different men. No, she's Jewish. No, like you really think some women don't like trying different dicks? Like that's like you like trying different vagina. Like some women, but you can't put that in the same category. Hold on 1 second. You can't put it in the same category of trying different penis, trying out what you like, growing as a woman and trying new things to find out what your thing is very different from being very promiscuous and giving yourself to men who do not deserve you. Okay.
How do those two things coexist? Trying out different things to figure out what you like is not the same thing as being promiscuous. I love for her to be able to explain exactly how that works.
Okay, so if I'm a woman, I don't agree with that because if I'm a woman and I have sex with different men, I take care of myself. I'm having sex because I want to have sex with different men. I enjoy different penis. Does that make me any less valuable for
Why did you?
It's your body. You do whatever the fuck you want with it. That's just what it is. If I'm a woman, my career's on point. I got my own credit. I'm making my own money. I got over 100,000 in the bank, and I want to sleep with different men for my own pleasure. What the fuck? Who the fuck am I to say? Oh, you don't value yourself. Yeah, you go to the hospital, you get tested, you're good. You just being yourself. I'm different from my homegirl, and it's fine. I don't like sleeping with different men, but she does. When she wakes up.
All right, now I do want to make it clear that I'm not saying what Woody Woodpecker is saying is the milestone that women should be trying to achieve. That ain't goals right there. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, based off what we see in the actions of women, she accurately described how most of them have to think. And what you have happening right here with this one, I don't know if y'all can see me. What we got happening right here with this one, right here, hopefully I can see my cursor. What's happening with her is she's trying to blue pill delusion her way to the same outcome where she's saying, oh, you can try some dicks, but you're just trying to figure out what you like. You're not being promiscuous because you like sampling dicks. No, you're trying to narrow it down to the one you like. And sometimes that may take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 dicks. But you see how she's trying to blue pill through it, but the other chick is just saying, no. I like dick just like men like vagina, and here's what it is. That's how it works. So that's what I mean, and that's what I'm saying when I'm saying this woman is, she's being honest. The Woody Woodpecker one. She's actually being honest, and she's speaking in a way that, not that I wish that most women spoke like that or behaved like that, but based off what we see with a lot of women, that's what has to be in their head. That, hey, I enjoy different men. I can take care of myself. I got a job. I'm functional. She said I got 100,000 in the bank. That was a damn lie. But she said I got a job. I'm functional. I can use protection. I can go get tested. It's birth control out here. It's worse come to worse. It's abortion out here. She's basically just drawing the straight line that, look, I'm doing what I want to do and I'm enjoying it, and it is what it is. But her saying that and her being honest like that, you're gonna see how it changes the whole mood of the room. But Silent Lamont in the building says, "Get out the car looking like Foghorn Leg." I'm with you on that one. You be swinging them. You be throwing them right above my head sometimes, but I got you. I'm with you on that one. On the Foghorn Leghorn. My man, Fantastic in the building. Says no transphobia means there's a deception somewhere. No doubt about it. You think that's a woman? Hey, no wonder she keeping it so real. There's a reason why she keeping it so real. The swooviest in the building, he says, is like they're trying to find a justifiable reason for being ran through. Well, one of them didn't look or reach very hard to find her justifiable reason for being ran through. I think she gave a very honest answer. It's disheartening if you would like to see, well, it's a good answer if you're depending on where you're at. I mean, hey, but it is what it is. I don't get mad at the truth. But the only question that I have is her saying it that blunt. The only difference between her and other women is that she's actually saying it that blunt. And what we're seeing with the other women, or the one that voice sounds like a 72 pickup Chevy pickup trying to start up. Sound like God. Sound like a 72 deuce in a coda trying to start. Shout out to the Swoovies. I appreciate the super chat. Definitely appreciate the super chat. Let me hello. Okay, I was doing a little mic check. Y'all would have told me if I sound horrible. Y'all would have told me, but I had to do like my little mic check, see how big that circle get. That's how I make sure that I'm that's how I make sure that I'm on point. Make sure that the sound is sounding right. Uh-oh. Silent Lamont is Count Dicula. Lakeith S. Evans. He says, taking a break from studying are in, and this Black Manosphere content is like Black Man Heaven. Good to know there is still logic I can listen to during my break. Absolutely. Glad to be of service. Mr. Wright in the building. What's going on? Salute to you. Salute. And speaking of salute, the general in the building. What's going on? He says that's what happens when they hit the wall. Shout out to the general. All right, appreciate everybody hitting the super chats. I really can't watch the well, if I yell upstairs to my son to bring my charger down here, well, I can like halfway watch the chat on my phone to see if we got anybody that need to see if anybody's misbehaving in the chat. I can't see it, so I'm trying to fix that real quick. Don't go nowhere, good people. Don't go nowhere. There we go. All right, now I can see y'all for the most part. I mean, I can see the YouTube feed now. I was only seeing the StreamYard feed, so I couldn't see deleted messages if there were any. Fatal Dose, the sage in the building. He says, fellas, the last virgin was my granny. Yeah? I don't know. No, there's women that are still virgins. Because a few women have called into Kevin Samuels' show, and they said that they were virgins. And we know that they were virgins because they said that they were virgins. Therefore, they were virgins, right? I was trying to make myself disappear after I said that. I was trying to hurry up and get off camera so I can see my face. All right, let's get back at it. Thank y'all for those super chats, and thank y'all for the likes. Even though it's 304 people in here, only 107 on the likes. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Let people know that you're in the building. We should be getting those likes up to 150. The likes should be at 150. Let's get them up. But let's go. Let's see what she says in response.
One morning and decides that she wants a man to take her serious.
Hold on.
That's not going to happen. When she wakes up one morning and decides that she wants a man to take her serious, that's not going to happen. And she's going to wonder why, right? And when she explains to this man, let's take a specific man and a special man and the man for her to understand that journey that she took when she said, well, I felt good when I was doing it. Listen, I done slept with a lot of men too. I felt good doing it then too. But now when I'm trying to be a wife, I'm trying to be with somebody exclusively. No, you cannot sleep with different men. No, you have to know. Like, I mean, you know how many men I see that I think are gorgeous, that I'm attracted to.
Now, I want y'all to remember what she's saying right there. Nothing wrong with what she's saying. There's nothing wrong with what she's saying at all. But I want y'all to remember it, because the more truth that the other woman says is going to start making the other women in the room change. But in face value, what she's saying right there, she said she slept with a lot of men, and she's understanding the negative effects of that when it comes to trying to find a husband, or trying, you know, it's a post-war panic that they're having. You know, the over 30 overweight, probably with a bunch of kids by a bunch of men. It's that post-war panic going on that they're starting to realize. But you know, here's what it is. Let's roll it.
That make my pussy go. Even if I was single, you know how many men I know personally that I'd be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like what I would do with that opportunity. Oh, he has to. As much as I want to fuck him on the first fucking night, he's gonna have to earn it, because you know what? But you notice that he apparently didn't have to earn it when she was younger and hotter. He didn't have to earn it. She was giving it up then, but right now that she has less value, she's putting a higher price on it. That's the weird thing that they do. But let's carry on. Spirit and energy exchange is a real thing. And right now, she's only worried about one thing, right? And it doesn't last long. It's the orgasm. It don't last that long, right? The orgasm is gone, the guy is gone, and you go choose a new one, right? You know what you carry now? Why do they act like like more dicks give them wisdom? That's like they gain wisdom with every dick. They get smarter. Woman he slept with before you, the woman she slept with before that, and the man he may have slept with before that. You understand? Because we're in a crazy time. Energy exchange is real. So I don't care what point you in your life. Energy exchange is real. So whether she's 16 and doesn't understand her worth yet, because that's what that is. Like I agree with Holly with what she said. Like she said, she understands. She understand everything now, and I get that. I understand where you're coming from. I understand where everybody's coming from. Like I don't like to be different. I never did that. That was never me. But sometimes I wonder, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, society gonna judge me if I'm like, I want to do certain things. But like, my whole thing is, why can a woman just enjoy sex and not be judged for it? Like,
okay, so when it comes to sex,
I said sexual defense mechanism. This is the only chick that just looked like a normal human. She looks and sounds like a normal human. No red hair.
I have a very strong defense system, and that's not, I don't think that has to do with anything, any other outside factors except for me.
Yeah, come on, yeah. When it come to fitness, her own hair, not sounding all ratchet, it's a lot of things that she is doing well on. But y'all gonna highlight the raptor claws. Oh dang, I didn't notice them lashes. Okay, whatever. Cut it out. Be nice. After what we just listened to and what we just was looking at with Woody Woodpecker and I don't even know what to call the other one. But this is an upgrade. Leave the raptor claws alone. Leave them alone. Let her live.
As a person, I've just never been easy. I've never even been that type of girl that was interested in fucking multiple people, because not.
Whenever a woman says I wasn't that girl that was interested in fucking multiple people, I feel like she's lying, because she said it wasn't interested in fucking multiple people. I feel like a woman who ain't really into fucking multiple people, I feel like she would probably word that differently. I don't know. It just sounds like, it just reminds me of when Rashida Strober was like, I'm feminine than a motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I'm feminine than a bitch up in this bitch. Like, I mean, it just sounds like a lie. I just don't buy it. I ain't going on that. But let's rolling the not so beautiful being footage. Rolling the not so beautiful being footage.
Many people can grab my interest. For me, I need interest. I need, the energy. I need the spark in order to even consider sexual contact with you. So, I mean, I feel like for me, it's very easy to be like, okay, well, that person doesn't have my attention. That there's no sexual tension there. There's no sexual attraction on my end. So I'm not having sex with you. So one, females do, I don't really know any females personally that do this, but females, I can't imagine that females lie about their body count because men see them as less valuable if they do have a very high body count. Two.
After she made that statement, it's funny that she went right to, and females lie about their body count because men view them as bad if they have a high body count. That's why I just told y'all all this bullshit about my body count. That's more or less what I heard right there. She came in lying about her body count, but then say, but other women lie about their body count. That's what it sounded like to me. I could be wrong. I'm just having fun with it. I don't know. She's probably a decent human being, but I don't know. There's a few telltale signs that she isn't. But let me get to the.
I do feel like you have to look at females and males on the same level. If we're talking body counts, I don't want any man to think that they can't, fuck with me or, they can't be with me because my body count is too high. Because I'm looking at a man the same way. Mm-hmm. How much females you fucked? Mm-hmm. Niggas get you like that? Like bitches get you like that? Like, no, like I don't want to fuck you either. I don't even want to deal with you. You're too accessible and I don't want you because of that same reason.
All right. There's actually data on that one to where we know that that's a lie. They've done studies on that. A man having sex with more women makes him more attractive to women. When the study basically showed that a woman's likelihood to engage in casual sex goes up if it's somebody who she previously knew, or if somebody who she knew had a reputation of high sexual prowess. That was exactly how they worded it in the study. Somebody who had a reputation of high sexual prowess, the women were more likely to engage in casual sex or a one-night stand with him, or or if it was like, the celebrity that they always wanted to get with, they're more likely to engage in casual sex or one-night stand with them. The reason for that is because one advantage that men have, because we're men and we're awesome. Yeah. But one advantage that we have is every time we have sex, whether the sex is good or bad, majority of the time we end up busting a nut. Majority of the time. Upwards of 90, I don't know the exact data, but I mean, come on, y'all men, y'all know, you understand. We tend to bust a nut every time we have sex. For women, not so much. So it's a risk. Do we risk them risking that body count on somebody in the sex might be trash? So basically, they only want to risk just throwing a meaningless body on their record if they have a good, reasonable expectation that it's really going to be some good sex and they're going to get an orgasm out of it. That's why the guy who has the reputation of having sex with a lot of women tends to be able to have sex with a lot more women. So that right there, what she just said right there is utter bullshit. It could be something personal to her, but again, they're trying to blue pill this thing. They're trying to sell the delusion that they don't just have these carnal animalistic desires to just hop right in bed with a guy because they find him sexy, because they find him attractive, or that's more or less what they're doing. It's studies that reveal it, and we can see it with our own eyes. We can see that with our own eyes. We know how that works. We know how that goes. Shout out to, let me make this a little bigger. Damn, that's already pretty big. Oh, and they just gonna make the chat bigger, but not that. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself. Yeah. I'm talking to myself. I can't even make that bigger. But Lakeith came back through with another one. He says, you need to add Elijah Craig to your collection in the back, bro. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Says brown liquor for brown kings. Shout out to you for that recommendation. I'll add something in there. I'll gradually add something in there. And y'all are saying this is a dude. Okay. I ain't buying it, even though she don't got no Serena Williams, but she do got some Venus Williams arms. I give her that. I give you that much. She do got like some, she cut, but she probably work out. But come on, it don't sound like, it don't, no. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, but I understand the brother in today's world being very skeptical. So there's that. She ain't got no Venus Williams arms. I mean, no Serena Williams arms. She got Venus Williams arms, and perhaps I'm fishing for, no, I don't exactly see an Adam's apple. The voice is not deep. And listen. When those man chicks be on a couch sitting next to a man, or even worse, sitting next to a woman, it's like you could really tell then. It's like they just dwarf the other woman. The other woman looked just super small next to them. The swooviest in the building, he says, funny news flash, ladies. You can't do what men do. Vagina ain't meant for multiple pipes. You're damn right. It's a double standard. Absolutely. It is a double standard. A man can sleep around with a lot of women and not lose social currency. It's just a reality of the situation. However, a man and a woman can be in a relationship and the woman could not have a job. And if the man is working and paying all the bills, most people will look at that as normal and not see that as that big of a deal. You flip that around, that man is an absolute bum, and that relationship has a very recent expiration date. And I'm fine with that double standard. It's funny how men, we accept our double standards. We do. We accept that it is what it is. That we're going to feel like a bum. We're going to feel like trash. If we in a relationship, we live with a woman, we lose our job. Until we get another job, we understand that we are in a compromised, horrible situation to the point to where we probably should just end the relationship ourselves. Just to not have to have it end abruptly, or to not have her try to disrespect you. Then you got to cuss her out, or we understand how it works. We understand our double standards. We understand that there are some areas where we're not allowed to just not perform. Now there are some non-performing guys, and it's a fair question as to why the women giving raw sexual access to non-performing guys. That's a separate debate. That's a separate discussion, but that happens. But overall, most men generally understand you have to be on point. You can't be getting taken care of by no damn woman. Most men understand that. We accept that double standard. Two people in a house together, man working, woman working. Woman loses her job, takes her a year to find another job. Relationship doesn't change. Man and woman live together, both of them working. It takes him 6 weeks to find another job. Relationship probably over. Or at least it's going to be hell in that house. That's a double standard that we accept. That's a double standard we accept. But they're fighting to not accept their double standards, and she's trying to blue pill her way through the double standard by trying to lie and say that she views a man as less attractive or less desirable if he has sex with a lot of women. Even though we can see with our own eyes. I mean, I hate to use college as an example, we can use the workplace as an example. I'm trying to think of a situation where people are close knit together, where you can really, get a close examination of it. When I worked the jobs where it was men and women on the jobs, and the new chick come on the job, I knew it was like, 2 or 3 guys that would end up having sex with her. It was the same 2 or 3 guys that had the reputation around around the plant. They had sex. They was having sex with a lot of women that worked there. The more women they had sex with, the more women they had sex with. Jay boy, I'm actually with you on this one, even though I'll be disagreeing with you on everything. He says, "Y'all calling her a man? You niggas are reaching for real." I agree. It's a reach. It's a reach. She just got she's shaped in a way where, yes, it looked like she's toned, but man, a man has wider shoulders. Come on, he says, I've tried. These dudes believe if she is not at least 50 pounds overweight, she is not a woman. I see where you're going with that, Judge. Yeah, we got to see some meaty thighs and childbearing hips in order for us to realize, oh yeah, that's a woman, definitely. The titties got to sag down to her lap. Okay, that's a woman. We good. Okay. But no, yeah, they reaching. Listen, a man, the shoulders will be wider apart. Like this is a very petite human with a soft voice. Like, come on. Y'all reaching, and I ain't going. But she's full of crap, though. I mean, we can agree on that one. She's full of crap. But no, not a man.
Like anybody.
Oh my goodness, they're coming too loud. Fair use, by the way. Fair use.
Anybody can fuck you. You just out here fucking, Jane. I don't even know. I want to take time to get there, but that's not the name. But you just out here fucking all these females. Like, nah, you bitches get too close to you. And that's just not me. I don't want to fuck with you now. And that's how males feel about females. So I feel like you have to rate them on the same level. I don't want guys looking at girls and say, well, girls don't value themselves because they're fucking everybody. Because males do the same way. I don't think that you value yourself either. And like Ross said, males don't really value themselves. They don't really, value their instrument, as he said.
There's a difference to me. When a man got a lot of bodies, it's kind of a turn to me. Like, I don't want a corny nigga. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want a man that don't have no bodies. I don't know what he's doing. To me, like, if a man could do that, that's not double standard.
Yeah, I heard her where I said, I told y'all she's telling the truth out here. I told y'all she is out here telling the truth on how they really think. He said he ain't got a lot of bodies. She ain't feeling it. It turns her on if he got a lot of bodies. If she look at him and view him as some corny dude, if he ain't something must be wrong with you. If ain't nobody else throwing pussy at you, I'm not about to throw it at you. Something must be wrong with you. Let me pull back. The only ounce of credit or truthfulness is Tyson, he said, now that's a man. The only credit or ounce of truthfulness, like if you are somebody who they do find really attractive and they want to have sex with you and they feel like, and they know other women want to have sex with you, but you ain't really pressed and you turning them down, you ain't really interested, you mess with who you mess with, you ain't really pressed by these chicks, then yeah, that would make you want them. That would make them want you more. But I mean, rather you talking college, high school, or whatever. Whenever there was a cluster of people confined to the same area, like, come on. I told the story about the guy he went to the NFL from my hometown back in 2003. How like we were like hard up to like find a woman a girl, you know, went to high school around the time he went to high school that he didn't have sex with back then. Like, none of them said, "You having sex with everybody? Ew." Like, no, like, cut it out. Cut it out. Lakeith coming through hard and heavy with the super chats. Let me see. I don't even know. Mod you up. Mod you up. I don't even know if you had a wrench over here. You're coming through hard and heavy with the super chats. Appreciate it. It's like your third or fourth one today. He said, "This is my first time here and this channel is lit." Oh, thanks for coming through, man. Make sure you subscribe and bang the bell. Make sure you subscribe and bang the bell. And shout out to the Swoovies. We be in the same channels. Women like this make me want to go for SYSBM. Don't give up hope, man. Keep hope alive. All right. All right. Where we at? But no, appreciate you coming through. Make sure you subscribe and bang that bell. And keep hope alive. Don't give up on our sisters. You just got to be more alpha and learn how to handle them. Got to be more alpha. Got to learn how to alpha your way through it. And got to learn how to handle them. That's all to it.
Just like a man is a double standard. Just like a woman can be a hoe, that's why it's a double standard. When a woman do it, like, oh, it's bad, but when a man does it, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's a double standard. I don't mind women got a lot of bodies. I think he got more experience. That shit turned me on. Now, oh, you fuck all these bitches, you must have good dick. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I want to fuck too. That's what Danny. I'm gonna keep it.
I hate the way that her voice sound, but she's saying what a lot of chicks really think. She's saying what a lot of chicks really think. I hate the way she talk. I hate the way she's saying it. I almost dislike everything about her. But the words that are coming out of her mouth are reflective of what people actually, what a lot of women actually think. And other women are trying to fight against it. They trying. But it's like when you just look at the look on their face when she talking, it's like they just like they want to stop her.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Wait.
And I'm not to say this. I feel like a lot of times you guys are the reason why women got a lot of bodies, because y'all lead women on. Oh, you know, I love you. I want to be with you. Then y'all get the pussy and y'all out. And now
she going back blue pill. She's trying to make it seem like men have to lie and say I love you to get the pussy, but the reality is, when she's admitting things like she want to have sex with a guy more if he got more bodies, if he looked like her, got a reputation of high sexual prowess, she want to hop in bed with him more. She's basically explaining that a man does not have to tell you I love you and I want to be with you in order to have sex with you. So she trying to, you know, placate to the sisterhood and throw out some more blue pill stuff. But anyway, it's cool. It's cool. She was honest 90% of the time. So I'll give her credit.
the woman go to the next person trying to find love.
So provider says the dude in the middle fears her. He do look like a kid who just scared that if he speak out of turn, he gonna get popped in the mouth by mama. Like he just looked like he hold on, I don't know how big y'all can see. Oh yeah, I got that blown up. Shout out to Tony S. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, but he just looking like he just like no, I'm not gonna say nothing. They have not given me permission to speak yet. I cannot speak until they permit it, till they allow it. Yes, he looked like he's being held hostage. Like they wrote out a ransom note for him. And he's gonna he's gonna read the ransom note. You listen carefully, you always can tell when the hostage did not write their own note. But yeah, that's how he's looking. That's how he looks. Somebody said that's Swiss Beats. Oh, one thing I do want to bring up. There's some respected people in this space, very respected people in this space that have said that they like hood chicks. I was a little disappointed when I heard that, but hey, to each his own. Y'all can answer me this. I've I've dabbled with some hood chicks, but don't stick around. Never stuck around too long with the hood chicks to where I'm not a connoisseur of them. Tell me if I'm right or wrong on this. Is part of the appeal is that I guess because of their hoodness, they keep it more real and they don't try to fake it like the chick on the left or the chick on all the way on the other redhead chick. That they just keep it real, like how she keeping it real and know what time it is and ain't about to be no BS and it is what it is. We here to get it in and that's what it is. Is that part of the appeal of hood chicks? Y'all can let me know because I don't know. I don't know. When I hear men say that they like hood chicks, I don't know how you could possibly have a preference for what we seeing here. The tone, the cadence, the Woody Woodpecker hair, the pitch of the voice, the clapping while they talking, and I can't do it. I cannot do it. I'm not going. Looking for somebody to give me an answer in the chat. Is that what it is? He says there's some. Okay. Oh, Dirty Beanie says they like it raw. That's it. Okay. I'm mad. I'm upset that I asked. I'm really upset that I asked. Hood chicks are made for pump and dump. Saluddin El Rahim says. Daryl L says I prefer the smart hood chicks. Oh, you like the Chris Rock joke? You like the stripper that's actually in college, even though you've never received a smart lap dance. She's never been sitting on your lap saying, "I think you should diversify your portfolio." You never had that lap dance ever. He's like, ever since the Cold War, NATO has been obsolete. Chris Rock, my favorite comedian. You've never had a smart lap dance, but you like the smart hood chicks. No, it is a such thing though. It is a such thing. It's some people that will surprise you. That much is true. Where they just got that pitch, that tone of their voice. Okay, let's take for example Taraji P. Henson. Even when she's playing a role of a sophisticated, educated chick, even in Hidden Figures, where she was playing the mathematician, it's something about the pitch and tone of her voice where it's like she's doing a damn good job playing this role, but I still can just hear the ratchetiness just seeping out of there. It's like it's something about that voice that sound like, the chick that was in the Why Did I Get Married or Why Did I Get Married 2? The crazy chick, I think her name was Angela in the movie, who just had that scratchy voice that sounds that voice that she been smoking Newports like when she was 9 months old. Can't do it. Both of those chicks, not the one in the gray shirt, but the two redhead chicks. Yeah, they look like they were smoking right out the womb. I mean, they sound like they were smoking right out the womb. I don't like them hood. Don't like them hood. But I do like, well, okay, I ain't gonna get in this in the story. I do like a nice ghetto booty though, but that's about the only thing. That's about it. That's about it. That's about it. But anyway, Infinity MFG says people use the phrase double standard as though It's a trump card in a relationship. Double standards are the rule, not the exception. Very well said. Very well said. NYC Song Man in the building. He says the woman on the right reminds me of a Brash Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Jamaican woman. Anybody else? Nah, she remind me of Fantasia. That's all I'm seeing there is Fantasia. Right on, Jedi Mac. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Absolutely. Mr. Shane Vitch is in the building. He says it's not really a double standard. It's two different groups, each with their own independent set of standards. Right on, right on. I like what Sir Tice saying. I don't want their energy around me. Right on. What I always said is when I said I like a ghetto booty, I was being facetious with that. But what I'm saying, what I've argued before in my experience, I've seen this. Being ghetto don't necessarily give you the ass. It's something it's the same genetic gene pool depending on how they were brought up or cultured has a lot to do with their attitude, demeanor, disposition, and cadence of speech. Now, sometimes, like for example, Taraji P. Henson, it's a tone and pitch in her voice she can't get rid of, even when she tries to play a smart character like she played in Hidden Figures. It's still a certain tone and pitch that's not going nowhere. It's just not. But it's the same gene pool. I mean, my woman is not hood. She ain't ghetto. She ain't ratchet, but she do got a big ass and a small waist. So it can come on a woman that's not that's not sitting there with red patent red weave. It can come on a woman that ain't patting her red weave while she talking. That's all. J Boy says, I actually like their energy. They are fun women to be around. I don't like their problems and baggage. All right. Jermaine Shepard, energy is attractive. Pause, B. Okay. All right. If you're new here, like my man Lakeith, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new here. We got 189 on the likes. I appreciate that. 6 on the thumbs down. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button if you're new in the building. But let's go. Let's get back at it. My man right there still looking like a hostage. But let's get back at it. You can't tell from listening to this. I actually really, really like black women. I love a nice, dark-skinned black woman that does not act like these ones. These ones are the problems.
Y'all be copping. Y'all don't want nothing from the woman. Y'all just want to fuck. Just say that. Yeah, just say that. Y'all just want to fuck. Just say that. And other time, you guys just sit there. Y'all leave women on just to get some pussy. And this woman, you leave her. Now she go to the next person. If she got bad luck with men, the next man fuck her head up. Oh, I want to be with you. Then she let him fuck. Nothing happened. Then you go to the next man. It happens. Like, I fuck a few men. Let me say this last thing. I fuck a few men because I was led on. I felt like we had a connection. He tricked me out my pussy. Yeah,
okay, she was talking before about how if she want to have sex, a woman should just be able to have sex and blah, 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 blah. Just hop in bed with him. She see a guy who has a high body count that make her more turned on and more likely to hop in bed and have sex with him. So she clearly has had a lot of sex that didn't require request of a relationship or love or none of that. So it goes back to this. I had a conversation with a woman here on the show. I asked, how many times have you actually been conned into having sex because of the dangling of a relationship. She was only able to say one, and this very sexually active chick can only say two. So I mean, only can say a few. So that means out of all the bodies that she proudly has on her record, just a few actually did this thing that they're claiming that most men do. But if only a few were able to actually do it, that means it doesn't happen as much as people like to make it out to be. Oh, damn. Jim Rat said, I was led on means I loved the D, but he was broke. Shout out to Mr. Negative, the negative man. He says, so women can't critically think. How many times you gonna fall for that? Right on. Right on, right on. Look at homeboy right here. He tapping out. He tapping out. He just ready to break free. New, I don't know what you talking about. You said she sounds like a moron. He said, sure, that's what you like, Bernard. No. I got criticized in a stream that I did with Complex, where we were talking about sapio women, and I was professing it loud and clear. No, I like an intelligent woman. Now it was misinterpreted as I'll take a completely busted bottom of the barrel chick, but ooh, if she's smart, that turned me on. No. I was saying that in a woman being smart, I ain't even talking about her education. I'm just saying if she's just smart, that is an added bonus for me. Just an added bonus. But anyway, let's get back to this. They don't let the men talk. They're not allowed to speak. And this dude is just giving up. He's ready. He's like, I want to go home. That's how he looking.
He tripped me on my fucking pussy. I know you probably got to say you bitch. That to me. One man took my virginity and I never saw him again. They hit me up 5 years later. Fuck you.
Hey yo, that's facts. Listen,
So, provider, when you said smart a bonus, you said, nah, I need that sheet. Yes, it's needed. It's needed. It's absolutely needed. But I was you would have had to hear the last conversation when we were talking about smart women, and it was just misinterpreted or misconstrued as we will take a dingy, busted, beat up chick, but she's smart though. Her brains turn me on. So no. I was making it clear that that's not what I was saying because I didn't want people to misinterpret me again today. That's all that was. But no, smarts matter. Intelligence matter. Hold on. Where were we?
I agree. A lot of men do be capping.
True story. That's all about Jesus. Fucking dumbass basketball player. Alan, how about this? It's not a whole lot of bodies. It's a whole lot of experience. And let me tell you something. No, it's not. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I had to get experience. But for me to be the girl that you're so in love with in the bedroom, I'm sorry. You don't want to know how I learned how to do that thing that you like. You don't want to learn how I know how to take the dick that way. I had to go through a couple of penises to learn that I don't like big dick. I don't, that's not how I orgasm. That's not how I get to get hit from the back. I'm sorry. I appreciate all the bodies. Because it made me the fucking superwoman I am in the bedroom for the nigga that I plan to spend the rest of my life with. And also, having a lot of bodies, I tell my nigga now, I'm glad you met me in the space that I am now. Why? Because I done fucked everybody I wanted to fuck. So it's easy for me to be fucking faithful. It's not hard for me.
Now, after the one woman kept it real and told so much truth, now she's being honest and speaking and saying how she truly feels. Now I'm about to remember we at the 10-minute and 5-second mark. Let's go back to the beginning. Keep in mind what she just said right there. Now let's go back to the beginning and hear the first words that came out of her mouth before she realized she was in a comfortable, safe space to go ahead and tell the truth.
Men. No woman wants to give herself to a man and not have any value after it. No woman, I gotta use the strip club because that's what I know best.
Yeah, I see the difference.
No woman wants to sleep with a bunch of men. No woman wants to give herself to a man and not have any value after it. No woman, I gotta use the strip club because that's what I know best. No woman goes to the strip club saying, hey, I want all these niggas to touch on me and rub all this money over me. No, I don't give a fuck how long she's been. I don't care how much money's there. No woman wants men touching all over her. Unless there was some disconnect between now and her childhood. There's a disconnect that somebody in your head said, men touching you equates to love, equates to a future, equates to me being more valued. But soon you learn that the less that happens, the more valuable you are. I mean, how much do we love Queen Elizabeth? How much do we love these celebrities that we love? We love them so much because they're inaccessible to us. They're inaccessible. And then as soon as they become accessible, whether it's the groupie girl who gets to sleep with a Meek Mills or a Drake, he no longer is valued the same way she valued him when she was watching him on TV and watching his music videos. Now,
in the same damn conversation. In the same conversation. She just poured the Rick James. What was he saying? No, I ain't put my feet on Eddie Murphy couch. Yeah, I put my feet all over Eddie Murphy couch. In the same conversation.
The bodies, it's a whole lot of experience. And let me tell you something. No, it's not. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I had to get experience. But for me to be the girl that you're so in love with in the bedroom, I'm sorry, you don't want to know how I learned how to do that thing that you like. You don't want to learn how I know how to take the dick that way. I had to go through a couple of penises to learn that I don't like big dick. I don't, that's not how I orgasm. That's not how I like to get hit from the back. I'm sorry, I appreciate all the bodies because it made me the fucking superwoman I am in the bedroom for the nigga that I plan to spend the rest of my life with. And also, having a lot of bodies, I tell my nigga now, I'm glad you met me in the space that I am now. Why? Because I done fucked everybody I wanted to fuck. So it's easy for me to be fucking faithful. It's not hard for me.
You gotta and Holly, it's a few niggas that you didn't touch.
Definitely not. I done fucked everybody I wanted to fuck already. And if I didn't fuck them, I could look
all right.
at him and already find.
It's almost over. It's almost over.
I fuck him and know that's not what I really want to fuck. At the end of the day, I'm an open book. So I ain't never dated nobody that I didn't openly talk about at some point who I done fucked, who I done been with. Why? Because I feel like honesty is the best policy. I'm a popular chick. I never want my nigga in the room with some niggas that done hit and they feel like they can say something. So I'm gonna have to tell you about these bodies. But I need you to understand that I'm so respected and handled so well that these bodies don't matter. And these niggas know they don't matter.
Oh man. Y'all still saying it's a dude? Y'all talking about Fantasia or the skinny chick over there? Who y'all talking about? It's gotten to a point where commentary is not needed. It's slowly arrived in a place where commentary is not necessary at all. I mean, y'all tripping just calling women men unwarranted. Y'all are tripping calling women men unwarranted. You can say they act mainly. Somebody said skinny dude. Man, yeah, come on. But I do like how this chick here, how she was just spitting some red pill truth. It made the other chick that came in lying, being blue pill at the start of it, trying to, smuggle in a BS and lie to herself and lie to all the other women in the room. The chick, the Woody Woodpecker chick, being honest forced the other chick say, I'm just gonna go and be honest too. And then they all were just honest, and she flipped the script real fast that her man need to thank her for all the bodies that she had. Now she could be a real woman. I mean, be a sexual expert to him. But never mind all those men that you're gonna be seeing looking at. Never mind all the men in the room that I've had sex with. They can't say nothing to you because they don't even matter. Because I say they don't matter. The link is in the chat. Anybody want to come up and chop it up on anything here? He says, bro, look at that German Shepherd energy. Yeah, I just call anything a tranny. Now, listen. I mean, I'm with you, Fantastic. Says B. Riley, can you be too cautious nowadays? No, you can't. Surgery makes anything. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can have a. Well, damn, somebody took the time to create a username called I don't super chat cash app like or subscribe. It's like he just running up and he just trying to get hidden. I'm just gonna hide you. If it's an obvious troll, if somebody just make an obvious troll account, those are the ones that I'd rather still just time them out and let me see it, and I'll just decide to hide it. But when it's an obvious troll, I get it out of there. When it's an obvious troll, and that was an obvious troll. Weirdo niggas that claim they don't want attention, but they want attention. Let's wrap this up. It's almost over. They about to actually let one of the dudes talk. They about to give him a ransom note.
Hold on. Let me say this. You might not know. I mean, the girl. Let's just put it like give you a situation. You might be really dating a girl. She had an extensive history in the past, right? Mm-hmm. She may not have fucked any of your homies. Nobody that you would invite to in your wedding. But like Holiday said, you're in a space where all the other niggas next to you is looking at you crazy because she fucked them. That's cool. It's not cool. And I know that at any day, at any point in time, I don't give a fuck. You're 27.
The other dude was like, that's cool. I don't mind if she fucked everybody. I was okay with it.
Or 47. No man wants to be with a woman, and when they're in a space where that woman was successful to everybody that happened.
All right. That wraps it up. That was a fun one. Righteous Man or whoever the hell that was in the building. Come on back. Whoever that was. Yeah, come on back. Come on up. But we got Mr. Fantastic in the building. What's going on, man? You on mute, brother. Let me see if I can get you. I can't unmute you. There you go.
We good, bro. What's up?
What's happening?
Can't complain, man.
Yeah, man. You think those was trannies, huh?
Hey, man. One of them. It's something's in the water, man. And I ain't talking the concert.
Shout out to Coach Ali in the building. He says just came from MTI reviewing this. He had a study showing that the more partners you have, the less satisfied you are in marriage, both genders. Huh. Interesting. That is interesting. I wouldn't have necessarily thought that, but yeah, that's an interesting. I mean, I don't see that with a man. I see a man. It seems as if, let me just get my words right. It seems as if a man who had less partners would get married and be less happy because he feel like he want to get that, that experience out. He want to get that variety out and all of that. That's what you would think, but that's interesting if men feel the same exact way. I'll have to look that study up. I definitely had to look that study up. But thanks for that super chat, Coach Ali. I think this is Righteousness Maurice in the building. What's going on? What's up? What you got?
Hey, what's going on, man? Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to Mr. Fantastic. Shout out to everybody. Peace and blessings to everybody. Man, listen, man. You know, this is just something you just use as an example of what not to be, in my opinion. You don't go to this and look like, okay, this is a wife. This is a woman I can settle down with. No.
Hell no.
This is a woman that has been through the mud. She's letting you know. You know, I know a lot of guys, and even me sometimes we fall short. We get weak. Manipulation, the beauty, the eyelashes. I understand all that, the hips, but you cannot let that manipulate you out of your own peace, sanity, and happiness. Cannot happen. Cannot allow it to happen. There's too many men.
The two with the red hair couldn't manipulate me out of anything. The two with the red hair. The other one seemed bare minimum. She was saying some BS, but the words that actually came out of her mouth, even though I think it was BS, it wasn't bad, and she wasn't bad looking. I mean, she tried to.
I'm talking about the
Woody Woodpecker,
huh?
Woody Woodpecker and Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, the German Shepherd energy.
Yeah. No, I ain't with that. No. The whole point was just to examine how one of them was. You
know what's so funny though, my brother? Like
she
told on herself in her own speech. Like she said, I don't know. If anybody caught that in the chat. She said, "No girl wants to strip," and then right in like the next sentence, she was like, "Girls strip girls cheat because you be lying to us, telling us." I'm like, wait a minute. You understand? You have a consciousness to understand the right from wrong, and you're still choosing wrong. Then you deserve whatever comes your way.
Right on. Leo Anthony in the building. He says it's like a chick saying, after she been ran through by now, she know she can be faithful to one. Yeah, that I got to get ran through first, so now I can be faithful. But that's interesting. I got to look up that study that MTR posted that showed that that's actually not true. I do got to look up that study. I did have a study and did some content on a study a little while back that talked about how women are more attracted to the guy. And it's kind of obvious. We can see it with our own eyes, but it's nice when the study confirms it, that women are they're more likely to engage in casual sex or just hop right in bed and have casual sex or one night stand with somebody that they are aware has that has a high body count or has a reputation of high sexual prowess or whatever. They're more likely to just hop right in bed and have a one night stand with that guy. I mean, it's study after study to show that most of what they were saying was BS. But the part that I highlighted and noticed the most, how one chick came in toting the party line that women normally like to say. She's saying women don't like multiple partners in this or that or blah, blah, blah. They don't like to have all of that. But then in the end, when one woman was spitting some red pill truth, then the other chick loosened up, took her wig off and said, yeah, me too. I do the same bullshit.
We all know that was bullshit, man. Again, like I said, that's been proven time after time. The guy with the most alpha guy, the guy that can obviously get the most females. That's why bitches like say they took another chick's man. You know what I'm saying? Again, the dude that has the sexual powers, the dude that has the most attractive girl in the room, that says something. But Negroes don't understand psychology. So
Mr. Shane Vicious in the building. He says vids like this are free advertising for SYSBM. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Shout out to Dane Christopher, always dropping those links in there. Appreciate that, by the way. Judge Zilla in the building. What's going on? I just watched the King Kong Godzilla trailer. I liked it. Godzilla looked like the villain in the movie, though. That was kind of interesting. I don't know if you
I haven't caught it yet.
Oh yeah, you got to check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You got it.
First thing on some quality control here, Bernard, because I want you to have you may not have caught it. when you were replaying the audio, there was a hell of an echo from my end. I don't know if anybody else caught that when you're replaying the audio through. So you might want to see how you're looping through and to catch your feedback.
No, it's something about whatever he's doing. Are you sharing the audio on with Zoom? What you using? Zoom? No, like StreamYard. So yeah, when you first started, it always happens for like the first 15 to 20 seconds, but then the audio software figures it out and it evens it out. So it's the share choice you're choosing for whatever. So yeah, but it always fixes itself.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. I wanted you to give you the heads up on that. Secondarily, okay, for those of us who've been hood or hood adjacent, when have you ever known a chaste ratchet?
Wait, chaste what? What do you mean? What does that mean?
A chaste ratchet.
Yeah,
a ratchet woman that was worried about her chastity.
Yeah, that's keeping that.
Oh, hell no, nigga. From like 11, they be ready to give that shit up.
So, which of these women?
Time out. What did you just say? Righteous.
I said hood chicks at an early age, like around 11, 12, they be ready to give that shit up.
I'm gonna need you not. I'm gonna need you not to say that.
Yeah, because niggas gonna clip that. Niggas definitely gonna clip that. He's speaking from when he was also. I had to do that same shit the other day, Bernard, because I was talking about when I was 10, so I had to make sure you put the context in there. So yeah, Maurice, yeah, bro, you got niggas is
B1, like they're not going to acknowledge the fact that hide and go get it exists.
Yeah.
Also subliminal messages. Okay, I get it.
No, just said we
like leave it alone. We can't say certain things. But if we say certain things like subliminal,
we don't talk about 12-year-olds having we just put it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Go
ahead, Judge.
But that's that's the thing. And which of these, respect to fantastic, but which of these three so-called women appear to have been concerned with their chastity at any point in time in their fucking life?
None of them.
The one with the not the Wolverine claws, but the what's the chick that Wolverine fought in X-Men 2?
Utico.
Yeah, I don't know her name, but they had the same. They had the
Lady,
same.
Lady Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike. Yeah.
Yeah. The lady.
That would be Mariko. Sorry.
Yeah, Lady Deathstrike was definitely concerned about her chastity and public reputation and all of that.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly, because the actions and the language don't reflect the same. I'm with you in that. This is and especially again to what Maurice I guess led in with saying here, and the fact that they believe that they know men and they know what men think, that she can tell her dude, well, yeah, I fucked all these dudes here. Yeah, I fucked all these. Matter of fact, at least 7 of these dudes, we had an industry party. It was a long night. There was a lot of this and that, and yeah, 7 of them on one night. And that. Just the mere fact of her telling him this means, oh no, it's all good. They can't they can't fuck with you about me because I already told you.
Yeah,
that is what.
Like she has no idea the mentality of men and what men actually do, can do, and can say to each other to fuck with each other.
She was better off of just sticking with her lie at the beginning that we knew was some bull. She was better off just sticking with that. If far as her man, she actually said she would tell her man about all that she did, about all that she had going on, and that's been a debate in this space a little bit, where some guys have been saying, if a chick, do you want the chick to actually tell you about her her body count? I mean, you may say, yeah, be upfront, be honest with me. Then you don't realize, okay, she tell you about all those guys. You don't realize how long you're gonna be sitting in that chair waiting for her to get done telling you about that body count while you're sitting there saying you want her to be honest and come clean about it. So nah.
And as a stripper who was hired for Outbound, get the fuck out of here.
Wait, she said that?
That's what she said.
Look, man. She said I can reference strip clubs. So she wasn't paying for the dances.
Yeah, she was getting flown out. Supposedly. Well, who knows? You know,
You wipe up a
believe it. I
stripper who's
believe
got.
No. She was saying she used to be a stripper, from what I'm understanding.
That's what I understood.
Not just flued out, like she was going on them dates. And if y'all don't know what dates mean for a fucking strip club, she was selling it. You know what I mean?
That means if somebody put $5,000 on the table, the party getting done.
Not even less than that. Stop it, bro. Come on. It don't take $5,000.
Look, fantastic. I'm with you. It could probably be less, but I'm just saying something as simple as $5,000 on the table. Everybody in the party getting taken care of.
Exactly. That's everybody for the five bands. Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy. She definitely sell a bit though. When she say she sell a bit, it ain't the one with the C. It's the one with the S. Just know that.
Yeah. It's just a matter of the dollar figure. That's what she's telling you. That's where she already was at. And so she's gonna tell her dude, and no, because they respect me so. She has no fucking eye because I'm so respected. You're neither respected by the women nor the men. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
They think that being lusted over is actual power and respect, but the thing is, they don't understand. Once your lust and once your beauty or whatever you are pleasing or whatever may be pleasing to the opposite person, once that's gone, you will be disposed of like trash. They don't understand that, and then it's on to the next one who's just as beautiful. But they don't get that. They don't understand that. Well, they kind of do because they say, "Oh, I'm gonna get my, the BBL and all that type of stuff." So they understand it. They're trying to somehow not make it in the inevitable, which it is the inevitable. It's gonna happen to all of us.
You said BBL?
I meant like BBL, butt jobs and shot jobs, Brazilian butt jobs and stuff like that. Because they know eventually whatever guy was lusting after them, eventually it's going to fade away, just like their looks fade away, just like everything fades away. They go try to do that stuff so they can preserve themselves because they know what they know. They have a consciousness. They know God gave us all free will. They know.
Was the host claiming to be married now?
I didn't hear that.
Ain't none of them hoes married.
I didn't hear that. Even though somebody did. Jalen Roddy,
not a one.
Jalen Roddy in the chat said her man still wifed her or something like that, but she didn't say nothing about being wifed. Nobody.
I went and did my.
It was hypothetical. Yeah, she was saying.
I went and did my research, man, because I was trying to find the Decepticon, so it can be safe. You Negroes all down in the chat is talking about find this and this ain't no man. Hey, again, man, y'all will be the ones that be crying in your shower because just saying. But yeah,
I wasn't saying fine, but I don't believe that one was a man.
From what I've seen, I can't really tell, but the one that I put the money on from seeing it would be the skinny one. Just saying. And if y'all think that it ain't little niggas out here with small shoulders, again, just go right ahead. But they got a thing on Instagram, so Instagram will break down to tell you each one of them. So two of them, like the stripper girl, from what I see, she looks like. Whatever she pretty much got some OnlyFans shit. So if she's post-op, maybe, I don't know, or whatever. But most of them motherfuckers can't afford that operation. You know what I'm saying? For you to get that snip is not cheap. So you know what I'm saying? So the two husky ones, the huskier ones, I don't know. But that skinny one, she got that space between her breasts, man. And that space between the breasts, I'm just saying. That's almost a dead giveaway every time. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying. Just saying.
I get what you're saying. They had the sign up that said what it said. I don't want to catch Bernard's on it by saying the actual deal.
Yeah, no Decepticons, no. Just saying, man.
Yeah. So, but I think that was Anyway,
maybe it's for guests. Maybe it's for guests. But this is what I say. Y'all remember that poor little kid down in Disney World, Disneyland, that got ate up by the alligators? I think it was a couple years back, and it clearly had a sign there that said alligators in the thing. But they was like, "Oh, there's no alligators here. We don't see them, so we could just go ahead and hop in the water." if I see something that says no Decepticon phobia, that tells me it's one in the midst somewhere. I'm not going to take the time to figure out which one it is. I'm just saying I go to another room.
Yes, at least on alert. But here's the thing: is look, this is me personally. I can only speak for myself on this, but they don't pull it off. I don't understand how people can be fooled because they don't pull it off like that. I spot them all the fucking time when they're like. There's never
Judge
been
me too. Judge.
There's never been one that's tricked me.
Judge me too. But Judge, in real life or in like regular people, I agree with you wholeheartedly, brother, 1000%. But I have seen the ones on Instagram, on IG, that have fooled the world, brother. Yeah. I've seen them. I have. They do exist. They do exist. So like I'm just saying, technology is getting better and better and better. Shout out to Zero. That bad bitch surgery, bro, is to a science. And it even work on niggas. So I'm just saying, man, hey, that once I see that anything about, them giving them type of, acknowledgement, again, these people are less than 1% of the population people. When you break it down to numbers, I think it's like 0.006% of the population. So for you to take time out of your day to, acknowledge and make, exceptions for them, that tells me that if maybe it's for the guests, I don't know, but hey, I'm just saying.
I'll say this to appease that thing. As long as black women continue to take their aesthetic cues from drag queens, I can understand more.
Hold on. Which I've heard people say that, but let's substantiate it. You say they take the aesthetic cues from drag queens.
That's right, Bernard. That's right, Bernard.
I don't know if they're taking the aesthetic. I mean, how you
the
know
makeup, the wigs, the makeup,
each other. They copy each other.
The makeup, the wigs, all of those things have been, and they've proven this too. And even you've had actual say it. You had actual makeup artists say this. The females started doing their makeup like those men that are trying to portray themselves as women. That's why you got all the highlighter stuff and this weird eye stuff and all this other shit. Like actual makeup artist has explained that, has had the same opinion. So if a woman that does makeup for a living says it, it's some truth to it, bro.
Okay, I wanted to just hear something other than just dudes just randomly saying they're taking the cues from Decepticons, because I felt like it could have been, or my thinking was that it could have been that the Decepticons are trying to mimic what the women are doing. But I guess it do make sense that the women would have to by default be mimicking what they doing, because those are the ones who initially had to try to, pull out all the stops to try to not.
Yeah, because you say, it's over accentuation. That it's over exaggerated for the men that are doing it to look like women. But for some reason, the women, for them, it's like extra attention, or it's just like extra over the top. So for them, they think it's a good thing, but they're not understanding the concept of that these are men that are trying to blend in and pretend to be you. So over exaggeration for you isn't a good thing. It just makes you look like a cartoon character or one of them.
Well, the drag queens are trying to look like cartoon characters. They're trying to, like, the drag queens are doing caricatures. Extreme caricature, and they're taking it again. But the point being is, it's obviously they're not consulting men on what they find attractive when they can pull these things out, because just by my anecdotal evidence, no, that's not what anybody's looking for.
Hey, shout out to Aegon. Aegon just made a great point too. The biggest makeup channels on YouTube are dudes that are doing makeup to make themselves the transformation thing. So just saying.
What the hell, man? That's crazy. Mr. Shane Vicious in the building. He said, "This is why I support WAP empowerment. I encourage them to ride the carousel until the end. Don't make them something they aren't. Just enjoy the ride." Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Shane Vicious. He says the ones that transition early are extremely passable, especially if they did it before testosterone kicks in and masculinizes the body. What? Okay, all right.
Hormone blockers. The thing that they're doing hormone blockers.
I get what he's saying. I'm just cross-referencing that with something else that Mr. Shane Vicious said about. Now, I'm not even going there. On even.
Yeah.
I ain't going there. I'm just about to. Yeah, we about to do an about face. Obsidian, what's going on, man? What you got?
Just real quick.
Go ahead.
I just gotta say, wow. Just. I know you can't speak on it because of what you just did, but do we see this ridiculous self-censoring that has to happen?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Certain
The
things.
five different topics that we couldn't say anything about right now.
Oh no, this. Well, it's kind of the one I could say something about it, but I could say something about it. It was just I would be taking an unnecessary jab at Mr. Shane Vicious. So that was the censor thing. I just didn't want to take a jab at him over something he said a while ago that made me I'm trying to take a jab at the brother. Yeah, but so no, that's what that was. But there are there are a lot of words that we try not to say, even though we've been cussing up a storm. So I guess
swearing doesn't matter, but
I think I'm starting to go with, because I got a pre-recorded video that's going to drop at 12 noon. I already made it. It's just going to premiere at 12 noon. I think I'm going to do extremely clean pre-recorded videos, but the live show is just going to be wild out, say whatever, and possibly take it down, afterwards.
Yeah, so Bernard, just a quick question for you. I mean, we can talk online if you want to, but yeah, bro, a lot of my stuff gets as long as it's keeping away from alternative lifestyle stuff, negative stuff like that. I still get the majority of my live streams get monetized, bro. So I mean, if you request it, even if it turn up yellow because of the thing, and you can request a review. Especially yours is mild, bro. You have like one of the mildest ones, because even we do hold back over here, so you should have no problem getting your live streams monetized, bro. At least the majority of them.
Well, what I found out is that long as I'm making pre-recorded content that's clean, they would just let my live streams get fully monetized.
Okay,
but for a while without making pre-recorded, then they just give me the yellow thing automatically. So for some the pre-recorded actually helps with the monetization for whatever reason, because that's you showing them that, hey, I make 100% clean content. And then, so I don't know, but anyway, well, before I pass the mic to Obsidian, number 016 says, this is why I only go for feminine, reserved women, transformer fashion, mannerism, and energy mesh a lot with masculine, ratchet, and hood women. Yeah, I'm no fan of the hood women either. But oh man, you're in the building. You got the flow. You got the mic. What's going on?
Yeah. So I was kind of thinking the same thing as that one brother that you just read. So what is supposed to be the problem with this again? What are we talking about now?
Were you watching the show?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking as I was watching it. Like, okay, so what are we supposed to be talking about here? I mean, the reason why I'm kind of asking a rhetorical question of sorts, because I'm looking at black women that I don't have any connection to in terms of their archetype. What the brother just said, that you just number 16 or whatever his name was. See, my thing is I don't have any connection to those type of women. So I'm like, why? I'm trying to understand, why do I need to be concerned about that?
Well, you don't.
And I would like to believe that the rest of us don't have any connection with these type of women.
Yeah, but in a comical way, we segued into that discussion from the previous discussion. So it just kind of happened, and we just went with the conversation.
Yeah.
But no, I made it quite clear. I don't prefer those. If we're talking about the actual women that was in the video, that no, I had no preference for those women either. And there was some debate going on about whether or not those women were Decepticons, but there was another discussion being had about how one woman was saying things that most women think but they don't actually say, and she was actually saying it. And then when she started saying it, it created a safe space for the other woman who was lying at the beginning of the video. She came out and once the safe space was established, she came out and started telling the truth about how she really thinks. So it was just an examination.
Hoabling. It's hoabling. She had a fellow hoe come out and speak about her wholeness, so it made her okay to admit her wholeness.
All right.
Habilitation.
So what I'm listening to, I'm looking at. So what I'm listening to, I'm looking at the video that you're playing. I'm listening to a lot of profanity. I mean, gratuitous profanity on the part of all the women involved. It wasn't just one individual black woman that was doing it. All of them would do. Even the one that will be closest to what that brother said in his super chat. Even the one that came closest to, I guess, being wholesome looking, she had a potty mouth. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, why would I even consider spending any social time with black women who in a public venue express themselves in such a manner? Topic aside, I'm just talking about the way they express themselves.
Are you talking about in real life? Why would you?
Right.
No, you wouldn't. And I wouldn't either. And I don't think nobody on this panel would.
Okay. So they're supposed to represent something about black women in toto?
No, I just explained to you exactly what the topic and the point that was made. I just explained it exactly.
Yeah, these are women pretty much sharing their opinions about the importance of a body count at whatever. And like you said, the quality
trying to make it seem like them being hoes is actually.
I'm asking, are they speaking for all black women here? Are they only?
Oh, of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah, of course they always.
No, I disagree. I disagree. Nobody speaks for all.
Wait. Hold on. No. They made it clear, and because again, you had in Bernard, I think you proved the point when you say the one girl, she was reserved at first, and she was capping as to say, this, and this. But once the one girl explained her, approach to it and the actual truth that we all know about, she wants a man that has sexual prowess. She wants a man that has sexual experience. And this isn't the one black woman we've heard say this. Again, this has been said by men, but like you said, when you get the red pill woman or the woman that's actually brave enough to say the truth and show her, lift up her hotels, you know what I'm saying? Then you get the other women to come in. So I would take that she was speaking for all women. You did, of course, just like the woman that was with the finger waves. She was speaking from the reserve. So you have the reserve chick, you have the real honest chick, and then you have the capping chick. So I think it would be pretty safe to say that this was an amalgamation or representation of all black women. That's when, because when
all right, let's play it from there. We're gonna do this like golf. We'll play it from the sand trap. Okay. So women like to have sex. What's the problem?
There's no problem with that. The women can have sex. The problem is when you want to be glorified like how we're glorified for it. That will never happen. You have to accept your place. Hold on. I'm not done. Women, the thing is, they want to have, as a man, when I have sex with other women, I get social points. I get cool points. Rightfully so, because we created everything. That's our privilege as a man. Women, they don't have that privilege. Why? They didn't create nothing. They don't create football fields. They don't create parking lots. They don't create businesses. No, I'm not done. Hold on. I'm not done. They don't create anything on the land anywhere. So they want to do what men want to do and have the social points. But the thing is, that's not how it works for them.
But hang on.
And I'm done.
But hold it. But neither do the players. They don't create anything either.
They
don't have value for the world either.
I disagree with Righteousness's analysis of what was going on. I explained exactly why this topic was a topic and why it was discussed and the point that was made and the observations that were had in my review of that video.
All right. So my thing is, first, to go to the brother. Is his name Righteous? Is that it?
It is. Give me one. Well, yeah, go ahead and state your name.
Maurice.
Oh, Maurice. Okay, it says Righteousness Maurice, but Maurice, we go and go on with Maurice.
Maurice's point about or claim that women don't get cool points for sleeping around, that's not true. Kim Kardashian made a career out of it. I mean, she literally launched her career from a sex tape. Lori Harvey right now is getting cool points for being known for dealing and cavorting with known womanizers. I mean, there are numerous examples of women, and this isn't new. I mean, Mae West, anyone? Marilyn Monroe, anyone? I mean, this is not a new thing.
And look at all of their downfall. Look at all the end stories of all of them.
Oh, wait a minute, hold it.
Kim divorced,
you
Marilyn Monroe dead,
you made
got murdered.
you
So
made a claim. You made a claim. I am just responding to the claim. If you want to then move the goalpost to something else, we can do that.
Well,
Yeah, I
Mr.
don't think
Libertizer.
this is the first one that tinkered around with the goalposts here. This is
yeah, but hold on. I don't know if this is a goalpost thing versus you using the exception as the rule. Okay, you can't say that 1% or less than 1% of the females throughout history. Just think of it. You name no porn star gets pool points. Oh man, again, you didn't even reference a porn star, and that's a woman.
That's not true. Jenna Jameson, anyone? Nina
But-
Hart.
there are famous exceptions to the rule, but in general, in normal society, that a woman does not gain social notoriety from having sex with a lot of people.
All right.
Being a whore has always been a negative for a woman.
All right. So now we're going to move it to regular society. Fine.
The majority, period.
80% of men can't get cool points. Can we agree on that?
80%?
80% of men can't do what the 20% of men do. The 80-20 rule, right? We all
80-20.
80% of men can't do it. Do we agree on that?
I wouldn't say 80. 80 is kind of high.
Now, wait a minute. Either the 80-20 rule works and is real, or it doesn't. Now, which one?
Well, when you get down into the you flesh it out. No, that's just something that's is pretty much a colloquialism. Again, we can use plenty of real life everyday references for these dudes that have multiple children with multiple women. Again, the Tennessee 3, that's real. And these are 3 men that will account for over 80 children. Okay. Future is a famous entertainer. He has 8.
We're not talking about famous people. We already agreed.
Again, but that's not, but hold on, wait. I know that, but this is what I'm telling you. This is the difference I'm giving to you. Your argument was you use extremely famous individual women to make your point. I'm showing you that for men, it is true in both cases. I can give you a famous name, i.e. Future, i.e. Dwight Howard, but then too, I can point to the Tennessee 3 and show you to where it's truth in both realms.
But what I'm saying to you is, either way, the 80-20 rule holds, or it doesn't. Now, which one? I just want to know if we're going to say that there's only a minority of women that can do this. Will it be true for a minority of men, no matter how you slice it?
Well, no, it's still a different slice. 1% compared to 20% is still a majority for the men.
All right.
Hold on.
It's a majority either way. Either way, it's still a majority. It's a majority of men who can't be that guy.
Okay, we can go with that. I mean, there's a study that showed that it's hard to believe, but it's a study that showed that 1 in 3 men between the age of 18 and 29 reported having no sex in the last year. Then there's a percentage of men that can get sex, but typically only in the context of a relationship, or if they had to put in a lot of work to get it. So it is probably, somewhere around 20-30% that just out there just getting it fast, quick, and easy. Okay, I can go with you on that. Okay, so what's the overall point?
So on both sides, we're looking at extremes. Whatever the percentage is for the women, fine. Whatever that number is. And the 20% of guys on the brothers, fine. So are we focused on the extreme? I just want to know what the focus is here. If the argument here is that the majority of black women are hoeing themselves out, how do we explain that extreme number again?
How do we explain what extreme number? The 20%?
No. If the argument, I'm trying to understand.
And the argument was never that the majority of black women are hoeing themselves out. That may very well be true, but that wasn't an argument that I put in this.
That was never an argument.
So what? Yeah, exactly. What is the argument?
I told you earlier exactly what my point was.
Could you please sum it up again for me? I just want to make sure I understand.
Okay. All right. The purpose of the stream, the title of the stream, it said, what happens when a red pill woman debates a blue pill woman? There were a group of women in a room and they were talking about relationships, and they were doing what you have said that women have always done. And they've ultimately said a lot of BS when they get together on panels and couches and talk with neutered men about relationships, and they say a bunch of BS. But one woman did come out keeping it real, saying some very truthful stuff that all women must think or feel internally, but they never say it out loud. And then the woman that started out speaking, she was essentially lying, saying the same normal delusional stuff. But then when one woman started being honest, once the conversation got going, the woman who was saying a bunch of BS at the beginning, she flipped her story around and started essentially co-signing the one who essentially gave permission, who enabled her to go ahead and speak the truth of how she really feels about sex, multiple partners and all of that. So it was just an observation.
Right. So what's the real problem here? The argument is
not even a problem, and it's not even an argument.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about with the ladies. The ladies, one lady saying one thing, the other lady saying something else, and they all get on the same page eventually. So the consensus that they arrived at was what?
It was okay.
It was
the consensus of the argument was
Go
the fact
ahead,
that
Judge. Go ahead, Judge.
It was in her 180-degree turn, right? She also tried what she tried to do is say what she was trying to push forward is my partner, my man that I get with for the long haul should be happy that I had my whole phase and I got good at all this sex, and at the same time while also saying, yes, I had my whole phase, I did the cock carousel, but now that I'm older and I'm ready for a long-term relationship, you have to work for it. You have to put in more effort. I'm not going to give it up to you that way, and that's how women should be behaving.
I got it.
And that should be the arc they follow.
All right. So then now this takes us round robin back to my Tinder experiment. Remember, I focused on black women 35 to 55. So I have no problem with their past or whatever. I'm asking, what are they going to? And I get that they want me to put effort in. That's not. I accept all of that. What do I get in return? That's all I'm asking.
You get infrequent sex from an ugly woman.
Yeah, you get something that plenty of other men before you have had. That's pretty much it. That's the consensus.
See, that's
I hope you can cook.
See, that's
and he's trying to sell that as a positive.
See that the problem I'm having with this isn't that black women, like I talked about Lori Harvey the other day on my show. I have no problem with what she's doing. It's fine. I have no problem with these ladies. They want to. I have the experience. Okay, then you should be able to list that out in very simple terms. Exactly what is it? Your competencies, skills, experience, references. You should be able to list all this out. I can list. I can account for what I've done with my life.
Right, but like Tony Bates said, you get a 1995 used Honda with 300K miles in it, with the salesman telling you and you should appreciate it because the engine's been broken in.
And what happens in that? what happens in that scenario? The car doesn't get sold.
Oh, hold on. Before we answer what happens in that scenario, let me get caught up on these super chats before they disappear. Herb Thompson, shout out to you. Appreciate you being in the building. He says working from home and joining in late, but I've always enjoyed Brother Bernard's live when I can catch them. Keep up the excellent work, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Silent Lamont in the building. He says 80% are hoes, 20% are lying about it. Shout out to Silent Lamont. Lord Commander in the building. He says some chicks want all chicks to be loose. That way men have no choice but to get with the loose chick. LOL. They want to force that on us. Shout out to Lord Commander. Appreciate the super chat. And also, I know I saw another one. Hopefully Obsidian held his thought. Oh shit, I saw a couple of them. Hold on, wait. No, I got a few more. Leo Anthony building. He says, tell Obsidian the problem with this situation is these women believe they can sleep around and still be looked at as wife material by men in general.
Well, why would they care about what men in general think? You're only looking for one man to marry you, right?
Well, they think that they can find. They believe that they have a chance at finding a man that will view them as wife material after they have slept around. That's what they believe, but that's what they were at least making a sales pitch for. Bare minimum. Hold your thought. There, I said it. Says clearly, ratchet women are off the table for pair bonding. However, ratchets are good for batting practice. This is why Transformers are a threat. Okay, I thought you was about to say something else. All right. I thought he was going
take out that H.
Hey, we don't know that. We don't know if that H was a mistake. That H might have been a mistake. Oh, who knows? I'm kind of, hey,
man, my heart stopped beating for like 2 seconds.
No.
Mr. James Vicious, he says you get the gift. Oh, most likely. Yeah, that gift. Okay. All right. So somebody I think Obsidian had a line of questioning or something. Hopefully you held his thought. Go ahead. You got it.
No, I mean, I don't have a problem with women having a sexual past or anything like that. My position is, well, if that's how you going after it, but there's 2 components here. The first is the sexual past. The second is the age component. Okay, fine. Then if you don't have if your argument is that you shouldn't have any problem, or that a man shouldn't have any problem with a woman having that past, well, you should have any problem listing it out, and then let a guy make an up or down vote. He can make an up or down vote. He knows all the facts. He can make an up or down vote. And
you want a woman? You want a woman to lay out all her sexual past and everything with you?
No.
I don't see why not.
Whoa. So you want to know how the burger is made, old man?
Absolutely, and we can make an up or down vote.
And so that's why you are you, sir. Listen, bro. Listen.
Y'all gonna sit at that table to have that discussion.
Exactly.
And the sun gonna go down and come back up, and she's still gonna be naming names.
Bro, yeah, man. Not just naming names, bro. Some of the shit she tells you about, man. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to go get some Pepto-Bismol, bro. Just saying.
Well, the argument, if the argument is that women shouldn't be judged for their sexual past, men should be able to be okay with it. Well, what happens if they get it? Just because their presumption is a man shouldn't judge a woman for a past. In other words, he should just take the deal. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in a mating market, the buyers, men, should be able to be educated consumers.
You're saying,
he's
saying that if she's trying to spin it as a positive, list what these things are, and how are they positive to me engaging in?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You have the employee writing their own paycheck, or the person that has the selective. They're only going to tell you the positives. This is like you asking a woman about why her past relationships didn't work. She's never going to be completely and totally honest with you and tell you, oh, well, yeah, I cheated, and I'm not good in hygiene. I have this problem. No, she's not going to tell you any of that shit. She's gonna only tell, oh, he was this, he was that, he was abusive. Same thing, especially when it goes to a woman being truthful about her sexual history. So that's why with me, I would never ask that question. Like, as a young cat, maybe you'd be interested in all these other things. But again, go ahead.
I've done that before, and I did that. And I asked the girl, she told me, you know what happened? I just got mad. I got mad. And I was
but wait a minute.
You bored it hard, Maurice. Whoa. Yeah, Maurice, you got the RoboCop going on, bro.
Getting your Stephen Hawking on.
But wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that was the consensus of the discussion with the ladies on the panel. Am I right, Bernard? That men should not harshly judge women for having a sexual past. Do I understand that right or no?
Pretty much right, yeah.
I would agree.
Okay. So if that's the position, then they should have no problem listing out their sexual past and let the man choose.
But that's what I'm saying. Oh man, that's the flaw. That's the flaw in the process. You're trusting the snake to not bite the rabbit. It's just never gonna happen. This is what I'm saying. And another big thing too that we're leaving out completely is that they were trying to do the false equivalency of a man being a problem. That's where Bernard brought it up. His sexual prowess being a negative thing, and like the finger wave chick, the one in the middle was the one who's saying, well, oh, if any woman can have access to you, I don't want you. When again, we know that that's a lie. You take whatever a woman's favorite celebrity is,
That's not a lie.
Yeah, it is a lie.
No. Hang on.
There was a study on that.
Because there are. You're right to cite the studies, but see, here's the thing. Not all women. See, this is where we got to be very careful.
Yeah, but that goes back. We understand that the vast majority of women. That's what we're talking about. So when you use the 80-20 percentage, or we use the thing we was trying to tell you.
But wait a minute. She could be telling the truth about herself, and at the same time, what you're saying and Bernard's saying is also true.
Yeah. And this is what happens. Real quick, this is what happens with women, right? And again, Bernard rightly pointed it out. What women do is they say the right thing until they're comfortable. Okay. Just like, how women, use the thing of like, okay, if you're in a group of women, she's going to act a totally different way versus if you're with her one-on-one. So what this woman is saying, and I promise you, I guarantee you, this chick right here, she's not big or whatever. Their YouTube channel is okay, but they're not even getting that. So if she had her favorite celebrity, like the person they named Drake, Meek Mill, or whoever Michael B. Jordan was just named the most attractive dude in the world, right? I promise you, if Michael B. Jordan pulled up on her today, mouth and legs, no question, no problem. If Drake pulled up on her today, mouth and legs, no question, no problem. So again, she's saying the right thing that she's supposed to say for the public and to be the quote unquote good girl. But when actually faced with the opportunity in the real life situation, she gonna go.
All right. So
and she only said the right thing in the beginning. She said the true thing in the end.
All right. So I got another question then. I don't even want to deal with somebody that I always got to be looking over my shoulder. I just don't want to be bothered, man.
Man, that's every woman. So you're basically saying you don't want to be dealing with any woman. That's every woman.
We disagree though.
Hold your. You can disagree, but look, the numbers are on my side. You can disagree, but this is what I can tell you. The numbers are on my side. The numbers say that more women cheat than men. This has been a scientific study that's been done.
No. Hang on. In the United States Black American community, all right, my source is the Institute of Family Studies.
Yep.
Who cheats more in America? Right?
Women.
Well,
that particular study, I can back old man up. I know what study you're talking about. It said black men cheat the most, black women are right behind us. So yeah, that's
okay. So either way it goes. Wait, listen to what I'm saying. So you still have the women with the high. You're targeting the women with the highest cheating of any other women.
Okay.
So I'm still right.
Well, hang on.
Real quick, before we go forward, I want to make sure that we're not being unclear here, because my man New says all you virtue signaling motherfuckers always cared about body count. To old man said something y'all burnt. I don't know if he's talking about the people on the panel. If he thought that we were saying we don't care about body count, it matters. I'm just
if I know.
I'm not real big on sitting at the table and say, okay,
and talking about it. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
This is just me personally. How she carries herself and how she
and her reputation and where you're at. That's the most important thing.
It could be a spin move. It could be deception. It could be that she moved to a new city, but she was a hoe in her hometown. But she got a clean slate ever since she been living in Detroit for the last 3 years, and so she could be lying through her teeth. That's absolutely true.
I'm pretty sure you referenced in the chat.
Yeah, it's out of sight. It's out of sight, out of mind, man. Like I said, if I know nobody's going, like she's out of there. If you know she's old.
New was talking about people in the chat room saying they don't care about body count. No, it does matter, but I think
the niggas care, man.
Because you never know if she's lying. So what matters more is how she carries herself, her reputation. How rather you looking at her social media and how she present herself.
Well, again,
you find out she got that back page account. It's gonna change your life, nigga. Just saying.
All right. Hang on. Let's slow this down again. What are we talking about here? Are we just talking about casual sex, short-term sex? We're talking about marriage. We're talking about a long-term relationship. What exactly are we talking about here?
I think we're talking about whatever you are talking about. Obsidian.
Well, hold on. Well, this is
they were talking about casual sex.
Pardon?
They were talking about casual sex. They were talking about multiple penises.
All right. So if that's the argument, it shouldn't matter what her sexual past is or what his sexual
Oh
past
no, that's true.
or
That's
whatever.
true. That only matters if you're talking about a relationship. But the conversation did start out in a casual sex context, but then it started talking about. I think you took it to the direction of
Wait a minute. What was they doing? Was they going?
They started off talking about it as being. She started off talking about the bullshit. She started talking about the bullshit as it resulted in relationships. When the other one started talking about free with it in casual sex and it being a bonus to the relationship. That's when the initial host started coming back around and then saying all of the fucking dicks that she rode were again beneficial to a relationship with the man that you would be in because you hold on, let me finish it so we're not confused again. Because all of the dicks that she rode previous let her know what she liked, what she didn't like, gave her all the tricks in the toolbox to work with the dude that she's going to be fucking with continuously, only that one person. That because she had all of that, she's more likely to be faithful to the dude that she chose to be with monogamously.
All right. So two selling points she has here. One is that she brings a wealth of sexual experience. Second is that she's much more likely to be faithful. That's the argument. Do I have that right, Judge Zola?
Essentially, yes. The base points, yes.
Okay. So this is an easy problem to solve. You go out on the market, my lady, and what you do is you say, you know what? This is what I have to offer. I'm excellent at sex. I have excellent superlative sexual skill, and I'm less likely to stray on you. See how that sells out on the open market of men. Good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah. JR says, if women are said to be super, super picky, 80-20 rule, how can it also be true that they are super sluts? Read that 20 times. Only 20 to 30% of women are super sluts. No, because you're thinking it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's 70% of women could easily be slutted out by 20 to 30% of men. That's actually because
promiscuity is not a disqualifier for women.
Yeah, and the cheating rate is for women is higher than 30%. I think it's somewhere around 35 or something like that. So yeah, that's actually higher than that.
Promiscuity and multiple baby mamas aren't a disqualifier for women.
Yeah,
they don't penalize men for that.
And just real quick, the whole thing about this is, and this is how everything starts. Everything starts with casual sex. Like, bro, I'm not being in no relationship with nobody that I hadn't, sampled the goods from yet. No, ma'am. You have to give me that before you even get in the door to consider a relationship. So as it always goes, and I think people, this is something that always gets looked over, is casual sex is the door to, even if your ultimate goal is marriage. No one is. This isn't the 60s. This isn't the 50s anymore. Again, there's no more. We're going to be virgins until we're married. We're going to wait till marriage to have sex. No, that's the less than 1% of the nation nowadays, or hell, probably the world. But that's the thing. It's just a train and a flow of the relationship dynamic. It starts out as casual sex because, like you said, you had three different perspectives of three different women. And the two women became one to make the point of what we're trying to say. Most women are cool with, and they do want that man that has, at the very least, satisfies them sexually. And if he's good at it, it doesn't matter how many women he's had, even though the girl in the middle tried to make it a bad thing. She tried to make it an exclusivity as to where, if anybody can have access to you, I don't want you. When again, like Bernard said, there's science out there to prove that that's a lie. Women want the man who is the most sought after man, and to go along with it, him to be able to provide and protect. Okay, if she has to settle, then she will settle. But if her main choice is going to be that man that all the other women want, because women want what mostly? Attention. And what's going to bring her the most attention? What's going to bring her the most attention is to be out with the man that most women want, outside of her own beauty and attributes.
L. Nixon with the super chat. He says, "Don't be the guy who walks in a party with the dashiki from. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood." That sort of speaks to my social reputation thing. Is far more carries more weight than than her telling you, "Oh no, I only had sex with 3 guys." You know, is somebody like dashiki? Yeah, that reputation follows. Actually, a whole trail of multiracial babies was following her. She had a full-blooded Asian kid. Anyway, all right, Mr. Shane Bridges in the building. He says, "Why is the old man expecting black women to be logical and honest?" I guess you can answer that, old man. Obsidian going once. Obsidian going twice. All right. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Is poor George. If she settles, that only means that she can be taken away from you later on. I don't know. I mean, I understand what he's saying, but
even if she don't settle, like, bro, again, like I said, bro, this, bro, like I said, bro, forever never seems that long until you're grown, bro. Nothing lasts forever, bro. And like I said, if you're out here looking for, that's why I was like, to me, if you're out here looking for marriage in 2021, bro, you're foolish. You're crazy. Just saying.
Well, in the West, I'm like where we're living, and you're trying to find it in Canadian, American, UK, Australia, first world nations. Yeah. Because again, you're not the prize. You're not the prize. You're not the prize. You're a raffle ticket. The considerations of what you bring to a relationship aren't considered, right? These women, you put them on the point and ask them what they bring to the table, will list literally nothing of tangible value, and still consider themselves to you, who maintain the house, maintain the bills, maintain a living standard, and everything else. You're not going to get that. It's a rare find in the West, in the first world nation, to find that, because of how things have progressed and how the needs are being met otherwise.
Number 016 makes a really interesting point, responding to something that I said. He says, at least in the early 2000s and earlier, you could just move a hoe to another city and start over. Now that history will follow you forever online. That is a really good point.
But that doesn't.
And it's a shame. But it's a shame that there's some of them who they can't even they can't even hide it online. It's like they out themselves online with that. So that is a.
But that doesn't seem to be that big of a bar though, because there are black women who. Okay, there's a really good book called "Promises I Can Keep," right? Why poor women put motherhood before marriage, right? It was written about 15, 16 years ago here in Philly. Now, the book makes it clear that women that have, and we know that 60% of baby mamas in Black America have more than one baby daddy. They still getting married. They just get married a lot later, down the line. It's not unusual for a baby mama, and we even know some, I'm not going to mention any names, but we even know some in this space. It's not unusual for them to get married 39, 40, 41. That does happen. The
trend is going down, though.
Right.
The trend is going down markedly.
Right. But the point stands. My point is, you can't get no more of a documented history than you having kids by different daddies. Right. It can't get no more documented than that. And
that's that you're going to get to a whole facts, right?
Right. Excuse me. Nevertheless, they still getting married. So I'm going to the point that the brother number 16 made, which is that your social media history will be a knock on you. Well, there may be some truth to that, but there's also evidence that suggests that that's not as true as we think. Look, man, the bottom line is this. Look, the bottom line is this. This is a solution looking for a problem. It's very simple. Ladies, you have every right to live any way you want and do whatever you want. God bless you, man. But you have to deal with the fact that the men, Kevin Samuels put it right, The men are the end consumers of the product that are women. They get to decide in a long-term relationship whether they want to buy or not. I know a lot of sisters don't like that. That's really the conversation that you broke down, Bernard. That's really what this is about. They don't like that in a long-term, shout out to Alan Roger Curry, long-term, non-sexual relationship, men get to make the call. And a lot of black women don't like that. But I'm sorry. That's the way it is. Just like in a short-term, casual, sexual relationship, women get to decide which guys get it and which guys don't. Hence the 80-20 rule. In a free society, women get to make the number. Get to make the call. Well, and they've had, and I have zero problem with that. Black women can choose who they want to screw and knock themselves out. But when it come time to jump that broom, men make the call.
Right.
That's the way it is.
I'm confused, Obsidian. I'm confused. What's a long-term non-sexual relationship?
What I mean by that is, in a marriage, in a long-term, I'm going to use Alan Roger Curry's language now. In a long-term, monogamous, emotionally profound relationship, much of your time will not be spent being horizontal.
Yes.
Okay. In that sense, men are the ones who get to make the call.
Okay, no, I was just confused. Like I said, that's why I was confused as to what a long-term non-sexual relationship. Yeah. Like, because in marriage, you're still having sex. We acknowledge that, even the best of us, it's only like 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm saying, and actually it's a lot shorter than that. So yes.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to go the other way, but
yes. So that's what I'm talking about. Men get to make the call. See, what's really going on here and what Bernard's breakdown of this video is really all about is that black women don't like that men make the call when it comes to actually settling down. That's really what they don't want. They really don't like that. They're trying to find a way around it. And I'm sorry. Men have their own, you can think of it whatever you want. It's not going to change. If we've learned nothing from the past 7 going on 8 months now of Kevin doing this night in and night out, that is the lesson. Men, especially men who matter. Let's be clear about that. The men who matter, they want what they want. The standard is the standard. And many black women are finding, and I love the way Bernard put it, like a month ago, something like that. I can't use the exact words, but but Bernard summed up Kevin's approach brilliantly. Many of these women are finding out they don't meet the standard for whatever reason. Maybe it be too many bodies, too many kids, baby daddies, they too fat. Whatever the reason is, they don't meet the standard, and a lot of black women are pissed about that. And that's what Bernard was really analyzing in that video.
I'll agree. I'll agree. And again, it's to the point. They not only do women these women don't want men having any of the final say or choices in the matter, right? Again, we can't do it on the aesthetics. As much as we tell them, especially black men, as much as we tell them we like less makeup, natural hair, natural nails, just eat healthy and keep them clean. Right? Real eyelashes. If you have short eyelashes, we don't fucking care. You don't need to put on all this extra fucking bullshit. Glitter fucking makeup. All this fucking hieroglyph eyes. That's all unnecessary. How long have we been telling them this? And yet, how far does it go the direction? When we're telling them, look, as much as you want to be chosen by somebody who's of equal or greater value financially or economically than you, what you're putting out isn't what they're looking for. As much as you tried, if I'm in the market for a Mercedes, it doesn't matter to me how many Lexuses you show me.
Right.
Right on. Yeah, no, Judge. And by the way, when you said glitter makeup, I don't know about you. I like
actually what he was talking about is here's something else. because I heard y'all guys having this discussion. I'm not going to revisit it, but y'all was having this whole glam discussion. Really, what the black women are doing, they don't even know it. What they're doing is they're engaging in short-term mating rituals, if you will.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you want to get a short-term mate, a casual sex mate. That's what you do. You show is a lot of show of skin. I mean, this is all scientifically validated. You know, the tats. Did you know that in the porn business, and this is true for both men and women, but we're going to focus on women here. Did you know that in the porn business, women have 30% more tattoos than the general population? This is the reason why men, and Psychology Today is my source. John Millward out of the UK, he's my source. He did a deep inside a porn, studied over 10,000 porn stars. This is why when black men see a sister that's tatted out, what does she say? What do they say these days? She for the streets. There's the reason why. Tattoos is a signal that I am available for casual sex. Showing lots of skin, cleavage, high hemlines, etc. That's a tell that I'm available for casual sex. Excessive social media use is another tell that I am available for casual sex. This is how men, sexual psychology in terms of a black American 21st century urban context, read you, ladies.
Yeah, and tattoos are also a marker for childhood sexual abuse too, for a lot of people that don't know. And furthermore, like you said, oh man, again, man, this is stuff that it's people just don't understand biological cues. Again, certain parts of a woman's body just gives off sexual cues. This is why they give you red lipstick for your lips and things like that. That is to, again, give a man a subconscious sexual biological cue that he can't isn't even aware of. Again, men's the region of the brain is for sex is highly more hyperactive than women's are. It's larger, it's bigger, it's more active. And even the point of, like I said, they did a study where they showed it in real time as to where men can, you know, a woman's copulence, like, you know, her secretions, where, like, you know, men are, when they say men are like hound dogs, that's actually some truth to that, because your olfactory picks up the scent of a woman during her time of like ovulation and things like that. So, and like you said, when you couple that with all these extra, like you said, the accentuation of the breast, the accentuations of her butt, all these other things, the lipstick, even calf muscles. People don't even understand that high heels, that's the reason why high heels are so popular. A woman's calf muscles gives a man's, you know, his, imagination of her being in a certain sexual position. So like you said, man, this is why black people are so behind, especially the women, because they don't, even though they're the most educated as they claim, they don't do any study. And all the stuff is just here for you to see.
Shout out to Jordan Peterson, who said that a woman at work wearing some high heels, he explained how it makes it torts the pelvic, and he broke down the science of it. But out there wearing high heels, push-up bra, red lipstick, rosy cheeks, all that, he basically said, she was talking about sexual harassment. He's like, you're visually harassing me.
You're
not into work like that.
That's right. So we have to ask, and Mr. Fantastic makes a powerful point. So I did a little social experiment on Facebook. By the way, you can follow me on Facebook. It's Obsidian Radio Live. That's my fan book page. You can just follow me from there. So I belong to a whole lot of different discussion groups where a lot of black women are in the attendance. And we all know that the high value man argument, no matter what you think of it or its creator, quote unquote, the bottom line is that it's out there. It's a thing. So I said, okay, here's my requirements of what a mate would look like to me as a high value man. So I listed it. And I think it was number 2 on my list, after right off the physical. Number 2, I think it was, she has to have attended either a top 10 university for the U.S. News and World Report, a Big 10 school, or the top 10 of the HBCUs in that order. You know how many black women just say right off the rip, I'm out?
I take it as a majority, because the majority of people didn't attend the top 10 university.
90+%, hands down, without question.
And there's a reason for it. But then why you got to do? Well, Mr. Fantastic just told you the reason. Go back to that discussion with the reason why I made the question the way I did, Bernard, because those women are a turn off, not because of anything physical, although you did mention it. But what turned me off instantly about these women is how they talk. Instantly.
Oh yeah.
Well, yes.
Instantly.
But again, okay.
No, that's why I'm going right to you next, Judge. That's why I'm putting emphasis on I can't mess with hood chicks for that reason, how those chicks was talking, and more specifically, like I said, I have a preference for intelligent women because they tend not to speak like that. I just I'm not going to draw a line at a top 10 university. That's, to me, that's a little obsessive, but that's just me. You're entitled to what you I enjoyed the show where you laid out your 6 criteria for a woman. It was pretty interesting. It sounded like you was about to rehash some of that, so we might get back to you on that. But hold on, but let's go to Judge. Judge was trying to jump in real quick. We might get back to you on that, but go ahead, Judge.
Well, no, again, thoughts precede actions, right? The application of that hairstyle, the application of the makeup, the application of those nails, the application of those eyelashes, right? Thoughts precede actions. Why visually? Again, as I said before, how many ratchet women have you known that have been worried about their chastity? Again, a woman. How many women are done up like that? Are you speaking, for instance, the Queen's English, or using proper grammar structure and syntax?
Right.
Like it's a visual cue. Like, nah, I don't need to deal with you.
Yeah, come on, man. There, and there. Like, again, that in itself. Gone. Not want and won't.
Secondarily, piggybacking off what Bernard said again, with the work harassment, go to work. If you work in an office, go to work wearing your normal uniform. Whether it's work clothes, whether it's work clothes or a suit, and just add one thing. I just want you to add one thing to your outfit, a cod piece, and see how quickly you'll go to HR.
What the fuck is a cod piece?
It's what remember Zapp and Roger, what he wore, and It's Like Candy.
Oh, like the thing over the what's in it? Oh yeah. Not even HR, bro. You going to jail, sir?
Just add, you're not revealing
Judge Mathis. Sir, you are going to jail.
No, think about it.
You're going to jail.
You're not revealing anything. You're actually covering something up more.
Listen again, bro. Like I said, they will find a way, Judge. They can come there with a patent leather cover of his penis, bro. So somebody's gonna get offended to the point of the police are going to be called. I promise you.
Right, and that's the ridiculousness, right? Because you're covering up. You're covering it up more, right? That can be the argument, right? But it's going to be harassment. But she's going to be over there. Right, she's going to be over there in a mini skirt, a plunging neckline, possibly without panties, and it's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat that's correcting you on your light skinnedness, bro. That was Cameo. Yeah, it was Cameo, man. That all looks the same.
That is correct.
All right, real quick. Let's deal with this super chat that Jalen Roddy got up here. He says, well, if we say we need casual sex to get into a relationship, how can we then complain about high body counts? You are contradicting yourself. I don't know what it's contradicting, but it is a conversation worth being had. I actually had this conversation with a brother in real life where he brought up something similar. So what do y'all think? What do y'all got?
This is too easy. Look, man, listen. In order for her to not become one of the people that's left behind, she has to have something to offer. Like old man says, if the casual sex is good and you have all the other qualities I need, then your body count shouldn't be that high. Again, the only women with a high body count are the women that are reckless sex with her sexuality, with sex, or she keeps getting not chosen for serious relationships. Those are only 2 women that are going to have high body counts. A woman that has no value or doesn't understand the premise of, again, a master key versus a broken lock. That I think it's a Chinese philosophy or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So the woman that doesn't understand that thing and wants to make the argument that she should be on the same level as a man to be seen like as a man. So men can have sex with all the women he wants, but I can't have all the sex with all the men I want. If you hear a woman say that, bro, again, she's for the streets and she's not relationship material. And again, God puts hoes here for a reason. Okay. okay, it just is what it is.
Well, see, my thinking is this: there's something about us being black people, where we seem to delight in just staying. You know, there was a really famous record. You probably heard of it. Brother by the name of DJ High Tech became famous for doing work with Talib Kweli. Spun off on his own and did a record with a young singer named Janelle called Round and Round. Right. And it seems to me that no matter the year, no matter the players individually, we keep going round and round. So with black women, one of their perennial arguments or beefs or laments is that they can't get the same type of cred that men do for sleeping around. My thinking is this, man. Do whatever you want to do. Go for it. But my thinking is this: if you're not if you don't have a problem with what you've done, then you shouldn't have any problem for accounting for it, and let the market decide. See, the problem I have is that a lot of black women don't want to let the market decide. This is the reason why I said years ago that black women are sexual marketplace socialists. They don't want to let the market decide. If the market is cool, I mean, we see it in real time right now. Lori Harvey, one of the most desirable men on planet Earth right now, Michael B. Jordan didn't have no problem buying it. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl winner, didn't have no problem buying it. So, ladies, if this is where you're at with it, fine. This is the 21st century. I'm an enlightened guy like that. Let the market decide. Put it out there, and the market will decide. The men will decide. And if the men don't buy it, okay, the market has chosen. I don't see what this is a problem about. I do know what the problem is. The problem is the losers want to try to finagle it so they can become winners. But that's not how it works. There are winners and losers on both sides, male and female.
And also, what I'll say in response to Jalen Roddy's super chat, it goes back to what I said before. The 1 in 3 men who reported no sex in the last year. Then there's a percentage of men that typically can only get sex in the context of a relationship, or if they put in a lot of work for it. So I raise the question: how many men are out there just really just able to just get it in and just be, I guess, for lack of a better word, man whores like that? I mean, that is a fair question to ask. There are levels to it. So I think there's a lot of guys who, I mean, especially the ones that had no sex in the last year and those that will have sex who only can get sex typically in the context of a relationship. Those guys are accepting the sex under the terms and conditions that however they can get it, you know. So it's almost like the totality of the charges is being pinned on the totality of men, but I think it's still a smaller percentage that are really truly getting it in like that to where they're running up to women's body counts. And yeah, so it's a fair point can more or less be made to that particular guy who ran up to body counts, but then complaining about high body counts. I can understand, I can follow the logic of the argument, but keep in mind, you're talking about the more select guys on the scale and the problem. So I'm not as moved by that argument. I mean, there's plenty of guys who will want and take a relationship. So that's and take a relationship however they can get it. It's
There's too many variables. There's too many variables, because if you, like, say, if you were to get a panel of women, right, a panel of 8 women, and get them all, 3 glasses of wine deep, and start running the Tinder experiment, would you or wouldn't you, right? Well, based on looks, based on just the looks, they'd have an answer. But the dude that they would, I don't know which way, swiping left means you just deny them. Swiping right,
left is not interested. Right is swipe right is good. So swipe left is bad. But
if you go back to the people that they swiped left on and said, well, he has the weed, he in states where weed's not recreational legal, he has the weed, or he has or he has the house, or he has or he has this figure, the salary, or he had, you know what I'm saying, even the dudes that they initially swipe left on, that these other variables can bring them into the territory. Oh yeah, well he can get it then because he's got that. Or even just having fucking tickets to the
Right on, right on. Charles Faulkner Jr. in the building says, "Woo! Just had a successful surgery, which was having some of the muscles removed." No, just playing. Shout out to Charles Faulkner. Congratulations on the successful surgery, fellas. We're about to actually wrap this bad boy up, but don't leave, don't click off. Go click the link I just put in there. That's the link to my pre-recorded video that just started. Go right over there to watch it. I want to see all 410 of y'all over there watching my pre-recorded video, just me giving my breakdown and analysis of all the stuff and the goings on between the saint and the sinner and all of that, giving my very judicious analysis of that. So go over there and check that out. You don't want to miss it. NYC Songman in the building. He says, well, because the civil discourse of your show attracts is a big W. Shout out to NYC Songman. Appreciate you coming on through. Make sure you go over there and check out the pre-recorded video that I just dropped. It's airing right now. There's the link to it. Make sure you swing right on over there. I appreciate you. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are up out of here. Peace.